deepest, darkest recesses of Dangerous Nerds headquarters. Keith Moncrief and Gerry Kissel.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pop Culture Minefield and Friends. We are here to talk about some nerdy nerd shit, and we have our buddy filmmaker Jason Brasier here with us down in the bottom middle. I was kind of hoping that we would have some more, so we'd actually have the whole Brady Bunch box thing going, but oh well. I talked to Script Doctor, who is a major film and TV screenwriter, friend of ours that's a regular on the show, and I'm sad he won't be here until later. Because he's in a lot of meetings today.
Meetings is code for waxing.
Yes, waxing, wax on, wax off.
Nair on, nair off.
So welcome to the panel, Jason.
Glad to be here.
He says that now.
Don't lie. You're regretting your decision already.
Acting.
It's all about acting. So that's my wife in the background. This is such an unprofessional show.
Actually, that's actually Spock in the background.
Keith says, "Hi, hon."
Hi.
Jesus Christ. Try to be pro. Not
God, I
gonna
love
happen.
it when a woman that loves me says hi. God, I hate that shit.
Yeah. So here we go. We're here to celebrate the fact that we have been monetized. We can now take all those wonderful little things called super chats and stuff and stickers, and so it's set up. YouTube loves us for right now, but I don't think we're going to do the advertising because I like being able to throw a fuck bomb every once in a while, and I suspect that YouTube will not appreciate that. So I don't know. I'll discuss it with the panel to see if it's worthwhile or not. But
oh yeah, you
definitely
don't have to worry about it for that. Like they would automatically make those changes for you.
Yeah, I know, and I wouldn't want the frustration that goes with that because I've seen all of our mutual friends lose their shit over being demonetized.
Football.
Turn it off, John.
We had this discussion.
The last time I saw a lot of these panelists together, there was a whole lot of pegging going on. Thanks, Jedi 6, or 6 as we call you. The world is incomplete until you have shit all over it.
Hey, don't be mean to the lady. She's wonderful.
No, that's a compliment. What the fuck are you talking
I
about?
was like, can I get down? Can I get down that T-shirt? The world.
Please don't advertise. I like the fuck bomb too.
Now you're demonetized.
I'm former Army, and it's just I can't stop. It's sort of like military Tourette's, you know.
See, that's the part you wouldn't have to worry since you don't care. You could just do you, and the ones that get monetized are monetized. The ones that aren't. Like
That
you wouldn't
right
have to
there-
do anything.
Yeah, but usually you wait about half an hour before you drop an F-bomb, so that just ruined your whole channel monetization. Lorena taught me that, so you literally just F-bombed your own stream from getting money. Don't tell me to fuck. Oh, cap, I said it again.
No, I'm talking to another person in our group. I told him stop distracting me.
Is Keith doing gang signs?
No. But basically, I'm losing my fucking train of thought. God damn it. Keith, this is your job too. Step in and fucking save me.
Okay.
God damn it.
You know what? Let's start off by getting to know Jason. Jason.
Yes,
Man,
First of all,
look.
Brasier is not just an excellent burger at Dairy Queen.
Oh God. I haven't heard that since 4th grade.
Woohoo! I scored.
Oh, man.
No, you have been making movies for as long as I've known you. So let's talk about some of your creative outlets. I mean,
Well, yeah, I have been making them forever. I mean, that's always been what I like to do since high school.
and now what are some of the genres that you've decided to employ in your stories?
Well, early on, it was the horror movies and Evil Dead and all that was a big influence. And I tried to make a film that is terrible. And yes, it is on YouTube. You can watch it for the hell of it. I'm man enough to put it up there. So It's called The Woods. It's on my YouTube channel. It is terrible. So, and here goes Gerry. Go for it. So,
No, I'm actually messaging because we just got our first super chatter sticker. What is that?
Oh.
What is that?
super chat.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, $5. Nice.
I think she's telling me to eat shit.
Yeah, that's what she's telling you. Yeah, that's
or-
pretty much what Jedi is saying. It's a kissy face and a poop emoji, then Gerry. So she's telling you to kiss shit and die.
Greetings, Martin. Thank you for coming on, man. Glad to see you
What's up,
here.
Martin?
Yeah, but then after that, after high school, I did an hour-long Western just because I love old Western
That's
films.
when I met you, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, that's what I did. It was the Moneymaker. It was an hour-long Western. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I just wanted to learn a lot at once, and so I just kind of...
You weren't the only one that thought that, Jason.
I don't doubt it. And there's probably people that still think that today, and that's okay.
No, I think you've grown a lot as a filmmaker.
Well, thank you.
And-
Okay.
I was going to say something else, but fuck it. You go ahead.
Okay. Alrighty then.
Stop
We can do
distracting,
that.
Gerry.
Well, and then I got into what people knew as web series. Although before the writer's strike happened back in was it 08 or 07, whenever I brought that up, people at MSU and stuff were like, I don't want to make a YouTube video, and I was like, well, I want to do an actual short form TV series. And then after they did Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog and all that, everybody was like, hey, let's do web series. And so I did a post-apocalyptic Western series called Drifter Broken Road, which is still up. And there's two seasons of that. It's part 2 is called Lonesome Highway. And those did quite well. It actually got us known and overseas and some festivals. And I actually went in 2014, I believe. I think that was it. I was invited to speak at Marseille, France, at their Marseille Web Fest, and they flew me out there, and I got to speak about what everything was happening here. And we also did Stage Fry Under American Wasteland that Brittany Greer and I produced together as well. She also helped do the Drifter stuff too. And then we did Strange Happenings, and I love documentaries and have been working on the Passion Project the last few years. That's taken longer than I wanted it to, but if I hadn't have waited as long, I would have got WWE Hall of Famer Medusa to narrate it. And basically I was just waiting on WWE to get back to us on footage, because we tried to find footage of this guy here locally in Springfield who wrestled with Andre the Giant and Rocky Johnson and all these guys, and really well known. And all of our detective work found out that it all led back to WWE Network. And so they had his stuff archived, and we reached out personally, and then we also reached out through a lawyer, and they never gave us the time of day. And so that was fine, but I didn't want to rush the film, and then they'd be like, oh, hey, by the way, here's some footage after it was done. So we're finishing that up still, and hopefully it'll be ready to release this summer. And and that was kind of all.
Now,
we did
you
for
know
4
Jason,
days.
by the way, don't you? Jason.
Oh,
Lake?
hey, where's Drifter?
Yeah, it's not just me that knows Jason. I think all of us know Jason.
Man. I wanted to do Drifter Season 3, but the world of web series changed very quickly after we did Season 2. And even the word web series, I feel like, is kind of looked down upon now. And I use the term short form television, but with how streaming's going nowadays and all of that, it's just kind of a different, world, because we did so much more on Season 2 of Drifter Lonesome Highway, production value wise, and it just did nothing. Where the first season, did all of these awards. And I know we're not always going to win awards and stuff, don't get me wrong, but it was like the production value and everything was so much more over the top. And it's just like, I didn't even care if I got recognized. I was just wanting my actors to get recognized because they all did so great.
Is this when you started getting that kind of money? Is that when you became an asshole?
I've always been an asshole, man.
I think it's I think as soon as you meet Gerry, you realize, oh crap, I'm in that same category. Asshole, I can't escape.
I got to
it.
tell
Might
you,
as
when
well just live with it.
Jason met me, I got the vibes that, who the fuck is this guy and what is his problem? And I just got to know Jason over time, and I've always been friendly to you, always.
Oh yeah, you have, man. Yeah.
And but I've always just thought in the back of my mind, that guy does not dig me.
No, that ain't that at all. It's
You're lucky.
I keep to my I keep to myself pretty well.
Well, you're an introvert. I think all of us are slightly introverted. I get mistaken for an extrovert because I'm that weird personality type INFJ that I fake being an extrovert really well. But,
what was that again? INFJ.
INFJ.
He keeps Gerry has
Another way to spell dick.
Yeah, Gerry keeps sending. When you're lucky because when we're all offline, Gerry sends us pictures about what his favorite tutu is and asks us if he looks fat in it. And we have to go. We like the rainbow. We just don't like looking at your ass.
Oh my God! Force of Light Entertainment is here.
Respond.
Thank you for doing that. Why don't you guys jump in with us? We'd love to have you in here.
Come on.
Yeah, 6 toxic males.
This
Let's make
sausage party is exhausting.
Oh, and you go ahead and ignore my super chat.
Nobody cares
Jeez.
about you, Yeti. Where did John? Where did T-shirt go? T-shirt just dropped out, or Steven
know.
left.
But
Oh,
it took
T-shirt, you're wearing
Yeah.
Fat Steven Seagal, so you're confusing me again.
So,
Am I?
So
by the
Yeti-
way, when you get super chats, you're supposed to read them out loud so everybody gets to hear them.
Yeah.
So, what is this called? Yeety Cast gave us Canadian $2, which is like
so like $1.
50 cents in American.
Hey, we love
how
our
many
Canadian
digs?
brothers and sisters.
How many digs can I get in there before?
Oh, set up the counter. Let's see. You have
Here's
no idea.
money to pay your gigolo to get reamed. More pegging.
Yeah. Okay.
There was so
YouTube
much pegging going on, I thought it was Married with Children.
YouTube would not let me send what I originally wanted to. I had to change it so many times just to get past to pass through the censors. They
No.
were
This is Force of Light's comment for $4.99, which is this to you, Yeti.
Oh, it's so sweet. Thank you.
They were speechless by you.
That's the kindest thing anyone said to me.
Is Steven coming
Without
back?
having to pay you.
What do you know? What happened to Steven there, Yeti? Or
I don't know.
It's just he's saying let him in.
Introverts
Oh.
unite! Get the fuck away from me!
Did you kick him?
No,
It-
he just
It's-
disappeared.
He says,
I've been screaming in the private chat. Let me back in. What are you? What are you, illiterate? I saw you, Jason. Jason's on my side.
I'm reading our chat.
It was a blank super chat. What were you reading?
You face. Introvert unite.
He's illiterate even with no words on the screen.
I didn't get a round of applause. What the fuck, Jedi 6? All hail. Jedi 6 is so much fun. I don't know what happened. I said something one night and she was in chat and I wasn't sure. I thought she might have taken offense to what I said and I'm just messing with you. I'm just kidding. And then she started fucking with me and I'm like, oh, we're friends now. Oh, okay. So I fuck with her and she fucks with me. It's fun.
Yeah.
That's how you know he likes you.
I would be, you know what? Give us a call when you've got no class.
Weak excuses.
You and Lorena, always busy with class.
I would like to say one thing to Force of Light. Congratulations on all your guys' success and how fast
You
it's
are-
gone.
they are a
You guys are doing
fantastic show.
amazing.
I'm sorry. They're so adorable when they just sit right next to each other and you're like,
Yeah, I know.
So what did you think of that? Oh,
Well,
that was so, and it's like, oh my God,
Are they
they're
gonna
so
kiss?
They
cool.
are really
Are they
cute.
going to kiss?
They're adorable. My wife says, yeet the cast. And Martin Acosta Santana says, ¿Qué tal, mi amigos? No, he says, smash the like. Let's see. Haha, I really just didn't know what I was doing. And Jedi 6 says, my life is complete now that we've both fuck with each other. Okay. Works for me. Oh, and you're welcome. Thank you guys all for showing up. Basically, I was terrified last night. I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning going, what does it mean? Being monetized. I don't get it. And I'm like wanting to get a hold of Keith, and Keith's at work, so he's awake. So I start talking to him, and then I end up some weird sidetrack conversation about Warner Brothers. Like, who cares about what's going on at Warner Brothers in the Justice League?
That's how most conversations go with Keith. We go to talk about something, and it goes.
I got to put this out
Warner
there.
Brothers.
The conversation also included our good friend Mikey Sutton at Geekosity, and he got me to take some snapshots because somebody liked his story about how Justice League kicked the shit out of Warner Brothers. And who
could
do you
that
think?
someone be?
Who could that someone be that would excite Mikey Sutton?
Indeed.
It's somebody
It
my
was-
age.
Zack.
Snyder.
Thank you. Somebody
That's
completed
awesome.
it.
That's awesome.
He personally liked the story, and that says a lot. When Zack Snyder likes your story about how Warner Brothers lost this fight, that says a lot.
Oh yeah.
But we talked about a lot of other stuff. I don't want to bore you guys with the details, but Keith, you want to talk about some
You
of it?
always bore us, so this is no change.
Yeah, they're used to you boring everybody.
I'm sorry, is Yeti talking? I fell asleep.
Oh man. What Jedi said something in. You said I announced that I'm a woman every time I walk into a room. I said I do not, and then 3 people misgendered me in chat, and I corrected them, and I realized that I do indeed announce it often.
I thought she was a horse. That's
It
what
all
I
got
was saying.
started because I was talking about how I brought up vegans and atheists always, let everybody know in the room when they walk in, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in Jesus Christ or him saving my soul. Or vegans are like, I don't know how you can eat meat. It's just you're killing things and eating it. and I'm like, and I blow everybody's description because I'm like, well, I'm an agnostic atheist, but I'm also a devout Catholic. Figure that one out, bitch. Now tell your story, Keith.
I can't see. I'm constantly trying to play catch up because I got
Okay.
nothing that cool.
It's better than
Here,
playing
this will
catcher.
help you. This will help you. Force of Light says Warner's sucks. And that's what you're going to talk about. Let's talk about Warner Brothers and what we talked about last night.
Okay. Basically, we started talking about all the different things that Warner Brothers has been doing, not just with Snyder. This whole suckfest with DC goes back to at least 2000.
Wait,
And that-
Keith, can you say "suckfest" one more time? I wanted to clip that.
Hold on. Let me get the there you go. Now do it.
Suckfest.
Thank you.
No. You got to do it with more bass in your voice. You got to say it like.
Jason, are you happy yet you came on the show?
I'm just enjoying the ride.
He's like, I paid for admission. What the hell am I doing here?
Basically, we talked about the fact that the Snyder verse is actually Warner's second attempt at creating something with DC Comics, and that basically they've decided that this doesn't work for them, mainly because of ego and stuff. So they've decided that they want to move on from that, and Walter Hamada came up with a plan to lazily produce more DC content, because his plan, while solid, is actually kind of a bit on the lazy side, because it doesn't really require you to know a lot of stuff. It's actually very dependent on the ideas of various writers and directors that want to come in and do stuff. That's pretty much it. Somebody has an idea, they want to use one of the DC IP, and Walter Hamada goes, nah, that's a good idea, or that's a bad idea, and that's it. It requires no thought at all. No real participation. and that's how we got Joker. But yeah, that's a lot of what we talked about. Warner's basically needs to find somebody that is willing to coordinate all this stuff. Someone who actually is very familiar with the IP, with the comics, in light of everything that's happened up to this point. So what I'm actually hoping for is a DCEU version 3 is really what we're looking at. And recent announcements by The Rock completing his initial cast for Black Adam, as well as adding in some talent for Shazam 2, Helen Mirren. So
you're forgetting Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fight. Dr.
Yes.
Fight. Dr.
Well, that's
Fate.
what I was talking about. That's the that's the completing all the talent cast for the major talent cast for Black Adam. So that's where Pierce Brosnan is going to be a part of that cast. And from what I'm thinking, he is going to be the de facto leader of The Rock's version of the Justice League, aka the Justice Society. And being Dr. Fate should help seal everything. It bridges the gap between the beginning of Black Adam's story and where it is now. So
I think that'll be interesting.
Pierce Brosnan's going to be great.
Whose keys were loud? Was that me?
I'm pretty sure that was you.
Yeah.
Oh, Jedi.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. I wish I could get my wife to.
Sorry, Jason. I didn't mean to distract you. You said
No, it's
Power
okay.
Rangers and I thought-
I'm sitting there going.
Dude, the first time I fucking met Steven, I'm in the middle of a chat trying to talk serious shit, and he's got Fat Steven Seagal from South Park, like animated, and he's moving his mouth and shit, and I'm like, and well, then they were, and what was I saying? I don't know what.
it's called Face Rig, right? It uses motion capture with a USB camera, right? Someone made me a Fat Steven Seagal avatar. So when
It's
I
great,
talk, the
dude.
mouth
It is
move.
great.
I can put it on. Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, put it on. It's. I can hardly wait to see your.
I'll have to.
ADD
I'll have to
laser
leave. I'll have to leave and come back just to get it to activate. So give me a second.
Oh, that'll kill us if you leave.
Oh. Hey,
That's what your toilet says.
Yeah, it's-
Oh God.
guys, I've got something for Keith. Right quick, Keith.
Yeah.
Keith, I am your father. Come to the dark side, and together we shall rule the galaxy.
I'm already there. Where's my money?
Oh shit. Well, okay.
Did you mute my mic?
what?
Oh,
I didn't mute anybody.
We
was
haven't touched
weird.
anything.
it's your
Dick?
new computer.
If I'm gonna mute anybody, it's gonna be T-shirt because fucking playing with his mic today. He was doing
Told
like,
you. I told you.
What else would you have me play with on the air, Gary?
Your skin.
look, what
flute.
you do when you don't have a camera going is your business. Okay, it just sounds like you're punching your dick. Doesn't sound like you're jerking off.
It's like I'm never gonna use it again. It's over. I don't
Fuck
need
you,
it
I
no
hate
more.
you.
It's like
Why
it's
do
just like
women hate you?
I'm gonna treat you like Viggo Mortensen, a history of violence, right now.
Now, here's the fun part of this show, Jason.
Okay.
Keith's parents watch.
Hi, Keith's parents.
All of a sudden, Jason's like,
I'm fine. Like I said, I'm here enjoying the ride, guys.
We have a lot of fun, and I think Keith and I just really got blessed in meeting these fucking dudes, and I love doing streams with them. There's more people like Kate right here. Kate's in our group. Why are you not on the show, Kate?
Yeah, you should be on this show.
Join us. The link is in
absolutely.
the chat. If you don't see it, oh, that's right. She hates being in fucking chat. I'm special. You have to. I don't like being in groups. Sorry, Kate. I'm making fun of you.
I love Kate being on the show.
But she doesn't like to be in the chat, so I need to send her an invite separately from everybody else because she's special.
While you're doing that,
dark
let
and
me ask
mysterious.
this. Let's just close off this half of what I'm talking about, and let me ask you guys. Okay, what is something that DC Entertainment could do, that Warner Brothers could do, that would really make you excited outside of the stuff that's already been announced up to this point?
Fire J.J. Abrams.
Okay.
Fire J.J. Abrams.
Okay, get ready for absolute ADD.
Okay.
Hi, how you doing there, Jason? Do you like Steven Seagal?
That's awesome.
Wait, hold on. I can be your almost fantasy. I can literally be an anime chick that can't run away because I got no legs.
Oh, she shrank. There
Hi,
she is.
give me money. Just $5. Just give me $5 and I'll pretend I give a care about your goddamn existence. I know you're an engineer.
Of course, good evening, Marcos.
I'm not an engineer.
How you doing, man?
Well, it is the monetization stream.
Marcus.
So it's their very first time they could ever.
I
get
can
that.
make them jiggle too. Is it
It's a
working?
Kate.
Oh, she changed her name to
Hey!
Vegan 6 instead of Jedi 6.
That sounds like a Babylon 5 spinoff.
That'd be fun.
Welcome to Vegan 6, where everything is shitty, including the food.
Well,
Kate
you know
is,
she's
of
a
course-
vegan because they have to tell you about it.
It's the universe's last best hope for no meat.
Kate's
God.
on a lot of other shows like we are, because we all appear on each other's shows and do stuff. And
Hey,
we're
Kate,
kind of
how are you?
we're kind of a
Hi,
gang.
Hi.
I'm okay.
Would you prefer Pikachu?
I swear to God, he did this the first night, Jason, and it triggered me so fucking bad. I couldn't talk.
You want to know what's worse?
keep going. What else you
You know what's worse? Lorena thought these arms weren't arms; that they were just floppy tits. I'm like, yeah, because Pikachu runs around with floppy tits.
Creepy and gross.
Hi, Kate. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Okay,
Pikachu.
so
And,
Steven,
these are also
can
the
do
people-
avatars, but I can't do the voice, really?
But the avatar's adorable, and the voice is crackly.
I
Yeah,
think,
but
I
he's
think
got
I'll
floppy
do something
tits,
a
he
little
can do
better.
the
Oh God,
Oh,
Adam,
wait.
Adam.
By the power of
This
Great
is why we
Skull.
don't get bored doing this show. Because if it was just Keith and I, we would eventually get bored doing this. But we have like these weird fucking awesome friends that we have come on, and they help keep everything spicy, keep everything going.
It's
And-
Nerd Animal House.
And
I'm
I swear,
affiliated.
there's a moment where we completely derail from whatever the fuck we're talking about, like right now, and we just start going at each other, just fucking saying shit.
Crazy.
Like a Turkish bathhouse. Just
Only for you, bud. No thanks.
Hey, Storyman Jack is here. Now, Storyman Jack's another one of the writers, guys. Plus, he's also a fellow
lesbian.
veteran. He and I, he's going to be part of our little group that we're going to do a show once a month called,
Wait.
Dangerous Nerds. What started this?
Wait, I
whole
can't
thing.
see him. Where is he?
It's right there.
Where is
Rick. Rick, right there, Rick. Rick, right there. Right, Rick, look down. You're looking up. Look down. You got to look down. Look down.
I can't. I have stigmata. All I see is Gary's chins. What is this?
Hey,
And,
Zox,
and
it's good to see you.
Socks has joined us. Hail Socks, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well.
Well sucks.
I just like to say I'm not affiliated with Gary or his chins.
I don't feel like anybody likes me unless they
Good
insult
night,
me.
everybody.
So anyway,
well, you don't feel because of the diabetes.
Oh my god.
God, no.
Do you know the way, my queen?
No.
you went too far, man. You went too far.
I'm sorry, that just hit me and it burst out before I
I'm
could
s-
think about it.
You're what? You're what? I didn't hear that. What are you? Sorry?
I don't know.
Are you sorry? Kate
Is
liked
she
that one.
giggling?
Oh my god.
Yeah, she liked it that I called you on that.
I-
Sorry.
That one.
Oh,
Hi. I like
Oh,
long
I
walks
love
on
you
the
guys.
beach and
Now,
big,
poor
long
Jason
noses.
is like, why did I come on this show? What is this? What the fuck is going on?
Oh,
It's,
he's
uh,
just
supposed to
moving
boost my
entertained. Look at him,
career?
He's turning red. He's laughing so hard. Come on.
so
Yeah, I would just like to state officially, Jason is not affiliated with any of us because he still has sanity.
well, I don't know. Keith was in one of my web series, so
Keith is actually apologizing to his family right now. He's like, please don't go on the YouTube. Please don't go on the internet. Do not look at the screen.
Mute the show now.
It's either that or, dear Walter Hamada, are there slots open at your company?
I don't know.
You
if he
caught
wanted to
me.
do that hell.
You caught me.
He's checking Twitter vigorously. Did Zack Snyder like any of my posts yet?
He hasn't.
How else can I bring up Walter Hamada today?
I think Keith dies inside a little bit every time.
Hey, are you guys excited for the new movie project that was announced? It's Ezra Miller's Choke Point Paradox.
Oh,
That would be the Vegan 6.
And this is why I don't show my face on camera.
While I
Part
just
2 is the rebirth.
I still say almost as insulting as shit, and I just don't care. But that's Canada for you.
Fuck you.
See, Storyman Jack, Pop Culture Minefield, LOL, I'm going to fit right in. Veteran, diabetic, libertarian, gun owner, and according to our president, Neanderthal. Oh, now, you got a cat. When did you get the cat?
I have over 50 of these things.
Oh, my God, I like the cat.
Yeah, you like anything that looks like a hairy pussy.
Oh my god!
Jason just died. Keith just died.
Who is doing that video? Yeah, Keith
that
fell off he fell off the stool there for a second.
Please don't come anywhere near me with a nail.
That is T-shirt that's doing the Vader voice. Vegan or
I do not sound
Jedi.
like Vader.
See, T-shirt is for stores. Thanks, Rebecca. No problem. Yeah, you're solving shit. You don't even need the show anymore. You guys are solving it out there.
Yeah, you know, when Keith started this whole thing, he thought he was going to be taken seriously, but then we showed up and everything changed.
Yeah, well, when
hold
Keith
on.
and I
Hold on.
oh,
I'm gonna be Markiplier. Hi guys.
Oh my god! It's sad that I know who you're talking about.
It's weekend
that
at
is
Bernie's.
so weird looking. It looks like
Looks like he's taking a dick in the side of the
Lifeless
mouth.
and dead. It's like I just no. Life is meaningless, and I'm dead inside.
The real question is do you have this guy?
Oh
Well,
yeah, Bender.
all right.
Oh, I'm waiting for a custom one to be made. I would die if I got
sweet,
Bender.
nice. Socks, let's talk about this for a second, okay?
Jason,
Because part of tonight's show, I wanted to talk about what this whole COVID thing, all of it did, was it opened a door for opportunities for independent filmmakers and independent publishers to get out there.
Yeah.
And people who are now, look, in the independent field, you've got a gradient levels. You've got those that know how to tell stories, and then you got those people that, I got $50, I'm going to go make a horror film in the woods. But all of them
those get picked up.
They do.
though, that's exactly where I was going. Is these guys are making money now? I'm watching all of these different channels where they offer you to stream things, and I'm seeing some really bad horror films, and not just horror now. There's some really bad British movies coming out right now. These are obviously like no budget movies shot over in the UK, and so it really dispels that belief that if it's British, it's got to be quality. No, the British make shit movies too.
They do, but I still like Little Britain.
Oh, good show. Yeah, good show. Took me a second.
I think
Oh,
I introduced Kate to it. I think 2 weeks ago, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, that was weird. It was different.
You can
But,
tell Steven's trying just to fuck with Gerry right now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
oh, oh.
he's
Making a serious
going to fail
comment.
because I'm focused on the chat.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at him. Jason is the one that's all fucked up right now because he's looking at the screen, and Santa is really fucking with him right now.
Yeah.
I've been drinking since 1842.
On the other hand, he's getting
Well,
great ideas for his next movie.
Jedi. Let's go all the way back to, what was it, 99, when those guys went and bought a camera and went out in the woods in Maryland and made a little film called Blair Witch. And then the bastards went back and got their money back on the camera. They returned the camera they shot the movie with. I'm like, you're fucking assholes. But it was clever. And
that was actually
the advertising.
slightly different than what Kevin Smith did, and charging all those credit cards.
well, also he sold his comic book collection. Don't forget that.
Yeah,
he made a great
he
personal
did.
sacrifice.
That's a total. Nerd
Yeah, he
move
may
there.
be a complete crybaby when it comes to Star Wars, but I always will respect him for the shit that he did in the past when he was a real filmmaker before he bought in, sold out, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
The one thing the Blair Witch Project guys do not get enough credit for is their marketing campaign. 'Cause we haven't.
Yes. Because I remember watching Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah.
And
And remember how Sci-Fi Channel got in trouble over that shit?
Yep. I remember watching it, and then when I watched the film, I said, "This thing's fake as hell." But it's really good. But then I went, "They got me on the advertising, those bastards."
Yeah, that's all I remember is the advertising.
I
They
went
set
to
up
see it
multiple
with
websites too.
I went to see it with a
Multiple
bunch
websites
of my
missing
skater friends, and it was so weird, because we watched the film as a whole group of us, and there was this pregnant woman that was not part of our group sitting with us, and in the middle of all that handshaking movement, this pregnant woman just explodes with vomit all over the place.
Motion sickness.
And total motion sickness.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing Jason Stewart, who owns an Army surplus store in Lebanon, Missouri. He just sort of just started scooting slightly to his right as the spray spread. He's like, and then finally he got up on the armrest and ended up on another friend's lap. But the best moment was after the movie was over. One of our buddies was like, "I can't believe that really happened. Did they ever find it?" I'm like, "Dude, no, it's a fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's not real." He was,
there were still
and then
people that
and this was at the Campbell 16 where we saw it. You guys, Keith and Jason know that theater.
Oh yeah.
And as we're walking out to the parking lot to the left of the main box office, basically, all of a sudden, this same guy that asked that question, thinking it was a real movie, didn't understand why the guy was in the corner at the end. And we explained to him why he wasn't looking.
He was peeing.
And this guy lost his mind in the fucking parking lot and started doing this crazy dance, hopping in the air, going, "Oh my God," his hands on his head. And it was the best freak out reaction to the ending of a movie I've ever seen. That silly little movie that was shot for $10,000.
But that movie, honestly, not even just the campaigns, how it grew a cult following where you even had high school kids making those stick figures and hanging them in the forest. Like weeks later, I'd be walking on the forest and be like, "Oh, look, someone likes Blair Witch." Because you see Stickman everywhere. I'm like, "Oh, look, Popsicle Pete." Because the witch of the Blair Witch loves popsicles. Let's just use Popsicle Pete sticks.
Do any of you know
pipe
the
cleaners?
Do any of you know the backstory and how they actually filmed it? Because it was pretty clever. They just
you mean what they
hired
did to the cast? Yeah.
They hired actors, gave them cameras, and gave them a map and said, "This is where you're supposed to go each day." And they basically followed them from afar and just let them do what they're supposed to.
Then on top of that, they gave them less food each day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's even more,
stress them out.
Do you guys remember the sequel that came out and how bad that was? Where they went from footage to
I like the sequel. I'm sorry.
No, the sequel was trash. It was no. That's like saying Hellraiser was a kids movie. It's not.
I thought the remake was fun.
It was okay.
It was okay.
Have you played? Jason, have you played the game though they did recently that came out I think last year, the Blair Witch, which is the guy going, it's the first person view and he's going through. It's actually not bad.
I actually played the old 3 games. I haven't played the new one.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there were games.
Yeah. 4 of them.
Well, Blair Witch, was one of those films, even when I was younger, John Carpenter was like my god as a kid, but
he still is in my opinion.
Yeah, and but when they came out with Blair Witch, it kind of went, okay, if a movie like this can get picked up, I know I can make something equal to or better, and I always had that mindset, when I saw that film. And I think I was friends with one of the directors on Facebook for a while. I don't know if he's still on there or not, but
Now, I'm going to say something. Storyman Jack is saying something here that's really good. I highly suggest watching his little short story videos. They're really good. He's a very good writer. And I'm not blowing smoke up your ass because just
yet.
to prove it, I hate you. No.
I'm not affiliated with blowing smoke up your ass.
Storyman Jack's got some really good stuff, and I look forward to seeing the stuff he finishes. Let's see. Martin says, I really hate the Blair Witch Project. It never gets to scare me. I'm doing you as like some southern.
I was too busy managing my anger towards the
too busy managing my anger towards the characters. They were a bunch of imbeciles.
Get lost in the forest.
That's your new voice, Martin. You have to give up your old voice.
You know what's weird, though? The fact that they went through the whole forest, yet they always seem to have
Mouth
full
of Madness
batteries.
Ooh, In the Mouth of Madness. Good
Great
movie.
film.
Fantastic.
Good movie.
I had to point that out. Love that movie. Sorry.
What do you guys think of Nicolas Cage's movie, the one with the colors of the universe?
Color
Out of Space was good.
Color of Space. I love that.
I thought it was really fun. I thought it was great. I enjoyed
The
it.
Sean
deer.
was good in that.
Color of Space was a good film. I think that it's still the problem with H.P. Lovecraft is he has what's referred to as his undescribable horror. And as a filmmaker, or even if you do it as a comic book, you have to physically describe it.
Yeah, you
Oh,
do.
Mountains of
And
Madness
it
would have
always-
been awesome.
I'm still waiting for that. Del Toro was attached to it for a while, and then it just died. And
Yeah.
It's because Hollywood can't figure out how to turn it into a happy ending with a love interest and all that bullshit.
Well, no, Del Toro doesn't do a lot of that in general, but it's probably because whatever other producers, like, yeah, we'll talk about it next week, and it just never happened. I mean, like he's been slotted for a lot.
well, the
of
problem
stuff
with
that
Del
never
Toro,
happened.
and I said this to Keith last night, Kate, is that he needs to be managed.
Yeah, I bet.
Because he does not know how to manage
blown up.
projects. He's a very good director, but he's all over the fucking place.
Yeah, I've seen his art collection. He is literally all over the place. It is
Wait.
insane.
Did none of you guys see The Shape of Water? Are you fucking kidding me? That was a
No.
great movie.
I did not, because I don't want to see someone making out with an Atlantean.
it was-
I'm sorry.
What
It
does
was a
that got to
fucking
do with
beautiful
what I
movie.
said? What does that got to do with what I just said?
Because obviously he managed that film and he was great at it. And he had
No,
like a
he's
shit
not
budget.
good at managing. He's good at directing.
Yeah.
He's terrible at management.
Well, my point is that someone who would be managing is keep saying we'll do it next week, so on, and then things don't happen, and he just gets distracted and goes to the next thing. So he gets
In the Hollywood industry, we
slaughtered for
call this
stuff, and
development
nothing
hell.
happen.
You have areas when you're shooting a film. Jason, you know what they're called. You have the area inside the circle where the camera shoots and the area outside of it. And you have different people in charge of managing those areas. Like a lot of people don't know what a first AD is.
Yeah.
You know, they think, oh, he's the assistant director. He's going to help direct. No, he's not. What does he do, Jason?
Oh man, the first AD usually is your person that is going to be helping with the scheduling of the shoot. And is also helping with checking the weather and helping make the schedule for the shoot. Man, I mean, he's always there. He's helping manage. He's the management behind everything. People think it's the producer, but the producer is just
the director. Is in charge of the creative aspect of what's going on, but more
Translating the
importantly,
script.
his primary function is once he gets on the set, he's in charge of everything from his chair to in front of that fucking camera. And that's it. He's in charge of those actors and what's going on in the set. The first AD and your production managers, very similar jobs. They kind of go over each other. And their job is to manage the project and everybody that's fucking doing their jobs. It's their job to make sure that you don't run into the Christian Bale incident. It's their job to make sure that a guy running sound doesn't fucking walk onto the set.
Oh, I tell you what, after Tropic Thunder, I sure as fuck know what a key grip is.
Oh man. Well, and you know, but it's really interesting too, because for independent filmmakers, we don't have a lot of that luxury. Sometimes we wear multiple hats. You know what I mean? Because like when quarantine hit, I had just finished doing a documentary episode for this series called My Ozarks, and then all my broadcast work was gone. and I was like needing to be creative, and so right before quarantine hit, we filmed around my house a whole short film, and it was just me, my DP, and then my daughter helped with makeup and played a ghost, and my wife was on set helping do stuff too, and we made it a family thing, and it was actually a deep project for just a one-day shoot in the middle of quarantine. But there's this misconception, I think, too, that a lot of people on the independent, when it comes to independent versus Hollywood, I don't know what the level to call it, but I'll just say Hollywood. That if you haven't made a Hollywood film, or if you've not had a first AD, or if you've never had that, then you're almost considered not like top tiered by some people. But some of the best films have been made with such small crews. You know,
I love guerrilla filmmaking.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, well, in quarantine, I actually got a chance to sit down. I was like, I have time to actually restudy some film that I've never had a chance to. And so I had a list of films and filmmakers I wanted to really study, and I just got on Criterion Collection and started buying a bunch of stuff. And I dove into David Lynch. I like Guy Madden beforehand, but I finally dove into some more of his films. He's a Canadian filmmaker. Very awesome guy. I actually talked to him too. He's cool. And then I fell into the experimental avant-garde film genre and learned about Stan Brakhage from Kansas City, Missouri. And then I learned about Maya Deren. And I just learned about this whole new aspect of this other aspect of film that I had
and
heard
David
about,
Lynch kind of fits in that too.
Yes, he does. Well, Maya Deren actually influenced him. Like when you see any of Maya Deren's work, you can totally see Lynch. That was what influenced him in his work. And I kind of got reinvigorated because, you're stuck at home and not being able to do too much. And a lot of these filmmakers in the experimental genre were just the sole authors of their films. And so I kind of took it upon myself to start making whatever I could and what made sense, because the world wasn't making sense right now. So I did what made sense to me, and I just picked up a camera and did what I needed to do that made sense. And
what did you think about The Cube?
The Cube, like the old
No, I think you're talking about the sci-fi movie.
Yeah, an old horror movie. It was Canadian based, but very low budget.
They were stuck in there. They were trying to crawl out. Yeah.
Throwing the shoes everywhere.
I thought that was from the UK. Was it Canadian?
No, it's Canadian.
Canadian.
Oh,
yeah.
Jason, can
I take it back all the things I said about Canada.
Jason, can I ask a question if you don't mind?
Yeah, please.
Out of all the works you've done, what can you say is the franchise or the creator that's giving the most inspiration for the roads you've gone down, and why?
Early on it was John Carpenter, but the more I got into it, I'm a lover of classic cinema. I sometimes would rather watch a classic cinema piece than what's being made today, because I feel like a lot of filmmakers have kind of forgot the art of storytelling on some level.
Yeah.
And
you mean been way too influenced by television and other more recent
Twitter.
things like that?
Yeah,
Twitter.
like Transformers and things like that, where there's no
Yeah.
no, nothing there. And I would rather watch an older film. So like I'm really influenced by, I would say now, who's influenced me a lot. I mean, I could go through that list of filmmakers I've been watching for the last year. I mean, I still love John Carpenter and hold him to high esteem, but these other filmmakers that I never heard of that did some really great works and being different really spoke to me during one of the most mentally exhausting years ever. And I can name Jonas Mekas. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of him. He was known for what's known as doing diary films, and those were very interesting, which is a form of documentary. It's just that you're the sole author of it and you're the one narrating it and shooting the stuff. And he did a lot of different unique things. And I'm actually cutting slowly together a diary film of 2020 as a way for me to kind of process it, because I didn't realize how much it kind of like messed with me. And
it messed with a lot of us, actually.
It messed with. I know it has all touched us in so many different ways and messed with us. But that type of filmmaking that I never thought I would like as when I was younger, and now I feel like I understand it a little bit more and get it, if that makes sense. Jonas Makis, Maya Deren, David Lynch, Guy Madden, John Carpenter. I could go into Sam Raimi. And I think Keith can attest to this when we worked together on Barker Hole, which was like our kind of Ozarks crime noir show we did. We were going to do 2 seasons of it, but the timing just didn't work out because actors left. But
didn't Saw start out the exact same way too? Because they were a real small budget. They did it in the guy's basement over a course of a weekend.
It always starts with one person with an idea.
Yep.
And that's how that one started. I want to get to some of the chat. It's not super chat.
Go ahead.
But are they remaking or doing part 2 of In the Mouth of Madness? I have no knowledge of this.
I don't think they are. I think the more of the Carpenter's work they're trying to redo is like Escape from New York, and they've already redone The Thing.
Yep.
They redid it.
The Fog.
Our friend Jason thinks that Shape of Water is Deviant Art, the movie. It's gross.
Thank you. That's exactly it. Thank you.
And let me be clear. Jason Knight actually worked on Drifter and Stage Fright.
Yeah, he's not just some asshole that we're friends with. He knows a little bit.
Yeah. And we're both lovers of Westerns, so we have a big commonality there.
Yeah, he likes a lot of the crap that I post about classic Westerns. Because I'm a big John Wayne fan. My favorite John Wayne film of all time, The Searchers. It's dark.
John Ford.
John
Ford's great.
Do you like Last Starfighter, though?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason.
Let's see. Del Toro, great director, but takes forever to make a film. Well, that's why I say he requires management. He's kind of all over the place. I expect creative guys like that to need a manager. And really proof of the pudding of that is on how many projects he's been involved with that he dropped.
Yeah.
They just disappeared. Including the Universal Monsters. That wasn't Universal that fucking dropped him. It was him that dropped it. Let's see. Let's keep going. Vagan, who is also Jedi 6. I've never heard of The Shape of Water. Well, it changes.
Academy Award-winning film.
Yeah, it changes from what you're
Parasite.
holding it in. If it's in a glass, it's a glass of water. If it's in a gallon container, it's a gallon of water. Yeah. That's The Shape of Water.
It's also The Shape of Water is also if you spill it on the table, then pick it up with a bounty paper towel. It still has a shape.
As Bruce Lee says, water takes. I can't do Bruce Lee, but
the story is just
the
fish. So that's all.
Yeah, pretty much. I had one question though. Do you think you could ever do a diary film from the South Park point of view of what John Travolta? Okay,
like water, my friend.
I'll just stop talking.
Oh, it's Bruce. Yeah, he's doing Bruce Lee. Okay. Let's see. Let's get back to this. Well, maybe him not directing the second Pacific Rim movie is why it was terrible.
Yes.
I have no opinion on that film. I did not watch it. And if I ever see that movie, I'll have been paid to watch it.
It was fun. It was monsters and robots fighting.
Not interested.
That was
not
it.
interested.
Any of them or the second one?
The second one. The first one I liked.
I like the first one. I think the second one was too little, too late.
Yeah.
Second
wait,
isn't as good,
what's going on
it's
here?
Just fun.
Hold on. What is he asking? CJ is asking something here. That was a letdown because I really thought that actor would make a good Hellboy. Who? I don't know who he's talking about. Nobody? Okay. Sorry, CJ. I don't know who you're talking about.
I had a question for Jason before. Do you think you could ever do a diary film from a South Park point of view? If you ever watched South Park, the episode where Tom Cruise and John Travolta were in the closet, right? Can you do the diary perspective of what they were doing in the closet while they were singing and trying to get them out?
Nobody wants to read
that's
the diary.
Brilliant. That's brilliant.
You could only do that if they recorded stuff themselves. That's what the diary film is about. It's like taking films that you like. I'm taking footage off of my own phone and my wife's phone that we shot in 2020, and I'm editing it together with like a surrealism and poetic thing I'm trying to do with it to try to,
I guess I'll tell Tom Cruise no.
You'd probably be able to do a podcast or an audiobook better, just an audio recording, because they're trapped in the closet, so it's all dark. So it'd just be an audio thing going back and forth.
That would be hilarious.
Blair Witch 3.
Right.
That rabbit looks angry.
was the best played movie. Yes, he did do that one. Yeah.
And here we go.
Oh,
Just for
are
that
you
question, I
Sorry.
am giving you this video. There you go. No audio.
Oh God.
That's perfect. John Travolta and
Jamie
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah.
Retrospective. Why has it got a hammer and sickle?
I don't know. That is
Whoa.
really weird, isn't it?
What are you watching?
Yes, it's
It's from Staying. It's a scene from Staying Alive.
Arm America.
Actually, no. That's a movie
Official
called Perfect.
sequel. No, it's
There's a
that's from
serious.
Staying Alive, isn't it? From
No,
that was perfect.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie
Well,
Lee
that's
Curtis
fitting for the Soviet
and John
Union.
Travolta were in a movie called Perfect.
There's a serious question though. Is Jason Team Godzilla or Team Kong?
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go. That's a question.
Man,
We won't
you know,
cancel
I agree,
you. It's
Martin.
okay.
I agree, Martin. Oh well, dude. Michael Bay is a hack. Here's where I stand with Michael
Godzilla.
Bay. He's a very good executive producer, but when he's going to get behind the camera, it needs to be a military movie because I don't think he knows how to direct anything else.
I can agree with you.
He is really good at epic war films.
You know, for the first time in my life, I'm going to defend him. And I never thought I'd be in this position, but in current Hollywood, it's forced me there. Say what you will about all his old movies, Transformers,
And just like that, I kicked him.
But he did answer the question.
No,
Team Kong or Team Godzilla? We totally
he
missed
did.
this.
yeah,
I did.
didn't hear
well,
it.
Okay. Well, here's my thing. I said Godzilla.
God.
But hold on.
Just a second, Yeti.
Hold on. Now, that being said, I don't think that the film is going to go the way either side thinks.
No, it's going to be Mecha Godzilla. They're going to face off against.
Everybody says that.
Well, I think what's going to happen is if you listen to the beginning, they're saying, "Oh, Godzilla is attacking the cities, and we don't know why." I think that that's Mecha Godzilla, and that the Godzilla that's fighting half the time is Mecha Godzilla, and then whenever he takes that axe and like slashes at him, that's going to knock the skin off, and that's where you're going to go, "Oh shit!" And then that's when the real Godzilla will come in.
That's what I'm going to.
That's what I think a lot of us think is going to happen. Okay, Yeti, go ahead.
Okay, what I was trying to say is the one thing that he never did
Am I going to
was
kick him again?
inject
I
any-
might kick him again.
Do it.
No, I won't. Go ahead, Yeti. I'm just being a dick.
Come on,
No,
Yeti.
he didn't inject any politics into any of his old movies. And that is something that we are not free of right now. So say what you will about how bad the story was and how it was just flash, but at least he didn't try to shove that stuff down our throats like what's going on right now.
Yeah, well, that's
so.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no! So I'd rather watch that than some of the things coming out. But I'd like to hear your take on that.
Well, to me, it comes down to this. If you look at the films of the '60s and the way they told stories, I mean, a lot of it dealt like all the President's Men. I mean, you know, you're going to get a political movie, but when you watch that film, it's written and acted and directed in such a way that you kind of get lost in the story, and that's what filmmaking should be. It should be designed to have something to intrigue you but make you think when you're doing something on that level, and that's what I'm talking about. A lot of filmmakers now these days, they don't know how to do that because they've been watching or as John Carpenter once said when he did his last movie, which was the Ward.
Ghosts of Mars.
The Ward. It was terrible. The Ward. It was really bad.
It was. But he said in an interview, at least it was on that or some interview, I saw him talking about how, you know, all the new films, that horror films are just like flash cuts, like boom, 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 boom. We have to do this, like music videos. And he goes, that's okay, that's fine, whatever. But I'm a fan of German expressionism, slow and foreboding. And I think that's what we're missing now. Everybody,
I agree,
is so used to getting snippets of things that last 10 seconds that if you make a 2-hour movie that could be really good, some people don't know how to do that, and it could be a really great film. And
it also comes down to look, this is a conversation I had with Tom one night at Midnight's Edge, and he said something so crass. I can't forget it because he said, they being God or whatever, took the wrong Scott brother. And because Ridley Scott's not a director,
Oh.
he's a cinematographer. We love Tom. We love him. He's on our show every once in a while. He's been so busy with all the new stuff. He's not here. But he said it, and I'm like, look, I don't like the way you said it, but yeah, it's true. Because as much as I love Ridley Scott, if he doesn't have a good screenwriter, his movies suck. He does not understand story structure at all. And I think directors should. Tony Scott, despite my not being as big a fan of his entire retinue of films, when I go back and look at him, the guy knew how to tell a story. And Tony was the real director in the family, while Ridley is the cinematographer, because nobody makes a better visual film than Ridley Scott, period.
And then you have other directors that have come along since then. I mean, look, my whole thing with Michael Bay is the fact that I think he tries way too hard to be commercial. And he spends a lot of time wanting to be James Cameron. In so much as that he doesn't try to really come up with anything on his own. But then you get someone like Matthew Vaughn, who just is he's got great visuals, but he's a complete and total D-bag. The reason why you don't see him doing other people's movies is that he is the worst person to get in front of a camera. He's Ryan Johnson before Ryan Johnson. And he doesn't like following rules. He doesn't. The reason why you don't see him working in other genres or in other people's sandboxes is that, like Patty Jenkins, and Patty Jenkins is another one, they don't like following other people's rules. They like to make up their own rules. So having someone like, say, a Matthew Vaughn do a DC movie, if you're someone that really thinks that what Snyder has done is off the reservation, you give it to Matthew Vaughn and you're going to really see what off the reservation actually is. And get him in an interview, get him someplace like Comic-Con or San Diego. He's never going to do it because he's going to spend his time insulting every single person who didn't like what he put out. Yeah. He thinks you're an idiot. Yeah. He really does. And he vocalizes it.
And
that's the reason why they stopped using him.
Here's the thing. When it comes to the film business, I'm gonna take a leap. I'm gonna tie this to wrestling. Okay. Yeah. Okay. In professional wrestling, like when Dwayne Johnson first came in, Rocky Maivia, he worked his ass off and he got booed every single night. Stuff thrown at him, and he was like, I don't understand why these people are treating me like this. The old wrestling trick was lean into it. And then he became a bad guy.
Yeah, you look at Roddy Piper.
Over Roddy Piper too. Yeah, all these guys. So with that being said, it's almost a similar thing with the film industry. It's like you have these people who are making what they think is the best thing. And like I said, don't get me started on Star Wars. You know, I'll be here forever talking about how the behind the scenes shit of how they do things, except for Mandalorian, which I have my Mandalorian. But
that'll get us fired up.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Oh man. Oh yes, it makes me so angry every day when I see something pop up with Kathleen Kennedy's name. I'm just like,
But not a mutual ex-friend of ours who hates Keith and I now.
Who?
Travis.
Oh.
You know him. I don't want to say his last name. He really put it in there that he's a pro Kathleen Kennedy person. We're like, okay.
Hey, God, you know what? Be and like who you want to like. It's just she's bad for business. I mean, seriously, 20 years ago, Kathleen Kennedy never would have made it as far as she has, pulling the stuff that she's done with Disney. Okay,
yeah, exactly.
It's great that the movies have made a lot of money, but what you need to understand is that in corporate filmmaking,
they did not make a lot of money. What you make at the
box office is only part of it. The other part of it is...
Hold on. You said make a lot of money. They did not. They lost money in those films. Billions.
I didn't say they were profitable. I just said they made a lot of money.
Okay. All right. Hey, I want to address some of the chat. real quick. One, I want to go back to what Tim said. Glad I didn't miss this. Congrats, Gerry and Keith. Thank you, Tim.
Hey,
Glad
thank
you're
you,
here,
Tim.
man. One of my favorite people to have in our. I don't ever will. You'll never hear me say fans because that's stupid. Our audience, and I love having the audience we have. They're really good people. Moving on to Socks. Ridley Scott did a great on Blade Runner. Okay,
Yes.
Keith, who am I with Blade Runner?
You are the man that co-created and pretty much pioneered the modern day fan presence online.
For Blade Runner.
Blade Zone.
BladeZone.com, the #1 Blade Runner site in the world, the online fan club. I created it. And I know shit about Blade Runner. I know a lot of the cast and crew personally. So I will tell you something about Blade Runner. That's why Doomcock had us on, because I called him on his bullshit. I will tell you something about Ridley Scott in that film. We will never see the film he wanted to shoot. It's never going to happen. We did get the final cut of that film, but that's all we're ever going to get. And the film is not a great film structurally, but it is the single most visually influential film in the history of cinema. It has had a bigger impact cinematically. You can argue with me all you want to, but the British Film Institute and the American Film Institute both agreed with what I'm saying. That is listed as the single most visually influential film ever made. And it has been stolen and borrowed from by thousands of filmmakers since it came out in 1982. And someone would almost say, shit, Ridley Scott did it himself with his next movie, Black Rain. There was so much fucking Blade Runner in that movie. It was ridiculous. He even used the house again in L.A.
I love Blade Runner. I love Blade Runner, and
Ennis
I love
Brown
Black Rain.
house. Yeah. Now the thing, though, Socks, so you understand my love of Blade Runner, is it is an amazing cinematic achievement. Ridley Scott was fired, I think, 3 times in the making of that film, including the last time. And they just said, get the fuck, the movie's done, get out of here. And the Jerry Perncio and Bud Yorkin oversaw the editing of that film. And the theatrical cut, as flawed as it is still actually my personal favorite, despite some of the flaps and the effects not working all the time. Because I love the narration. It's a detective story.
Yeah.
But the final cut that Ridley put out, with thanks to all the hard work by Charlie Desloric, who is also a friend of mine, he did all that visual effects that fixed the film. He got Harrison Ford's son to come in and fix the lip flap in the Egyptian's snake shop. So in the final cut, his lips match the dialogue. That's Harrison Ford's son, oldest boy, Willard, I think, that did the lip movement for that. Just all the tiny details he fixed made it a much more perfect film, but it's still really flawed. And one of the biggest flaws is the fact that people who go, well, the director said, and I'm like, a director is nothing more than an attorney trying to make a case. He's either the prosecuting attorney or the defense attorney. It doesn't matter. And the judge and jury is the audience. They're the ones who decide what that film meant. They're the ones who decide if the point was made or not. And so when Doomcock and people like him say that he says Deckard's a replicant, I like, fuck you. Look at the evidence in the film. And if you can walk away from that, then I don't think you understand how people work. That there's no way that he is a replicant at the end of that film, even in the director's cut, final cut.
Because when you break it down, if you make
it's not in the script.
That's right.
It's
But ultimately, making him a replicant means that it's the story of 2 robots and humanity versus a human who recognizes humanity.
There's no arc
in a robot.
There's no character arc.
Yeah, there isn't.
By the end of that film, if
it's 2 robots, you can't really get any because it's all false.
And by the way, Marcos, Gary Oldman was one of the actors that was a fan favorite to be in a sequel to Blade Runner. And The Professional is absolutely one of my favorite films. Fuck that pop culture guy. He can eat shit. If the wrong people get a hold of it, Godzilla will be 2 minutes of action, 88 minutes of chastising us toxic fans. Yeah, that's true. That's where a lot of it's going.
Sex with Gerry.
Toxic. Very toxic. Martin says, I've seen many fights of this strong versus agile. I'm doing a different voice for you now, Martin. Type in real life, and they can go one way or another. No discernible pattern. Well, that's very well said, Martin. And I like your accent.
When did he become French?
I like his accent. Fuck you. Zach says, I don't want to give them any ideas about King Kong. Well, I can hardly wait until the porn parody comes out.
Oh, God. It's not out yet?
Not yet, no. All the Die Rocky Die chants worked for him. Mandalorian is the shiznit, and you will get an argument from any of us. That's a great show. I worry that we'll never get any more of it because of what happened.
Yeah, I said don't get me started.
Yeah, I swear I'm sorry.
I am not affiliated with
How
Shizrin
can
it.
anyone be pro Kathleen Kennedy? Dear God, that woman needs to go away. And of course, he's talking about Keith and my mutual frenemy, Travis, who just fucking loves everything that they shovel out.
Here is the only argument that I will make, and then I'll step away from the Star Wars thing. Okay, with this whole thing, I'll make one argument, then I won't go any further. The whole thing with it is very simple to me. When you are dealing with, I don't care if it's Ghostbusters, I don't care what franchise you're dealing with. You've established a universe just like any book would, and when you set up a universe and you set up rules to follow in that universe, you have to build upon them. You build upon them, or if you're going to change something, you have to work through that to make the change make sense, even if it's really simple. And I told one of my students in a film class who was arguing with me about The Last Jedi. And I said, and I'm like, if Gandalf rode over that hill on a Harley with 2 machine guns in hand, what was your reaction?
You got Kate laughing too.
I know, but think about it, how ridiculous that sounds.
Yeah, I know.
Very ridiculous.
But
the hyperspace.
The whole
jump.
Point being that it's like
I need to interject. This stream is currently being hyperspace skipped, and we need about 5 seconds before we're back in normal space. I also had to double check with my sonar in space.
Hey, we need to use some Star Trek Discovery science here. And
okay, so everyone start crying
send a
and quote the other person's
instantly
hair
across the universe. Hey,
no, Gary. Everyone has to start crying and then compliment the other person's hair.
Here's how special effects work. Jason.
Oh my god.
Jason, are you ready? Jason,
I'm ready.
I want you to take your right hand and touch the side of your head. Come on. Do it now. There we go. I'm reaching across the screens. I'm touching you.
Okay. I see what you're doing. I see.
I'm so glad we had you on here, man, because this is fun. Get you to be a regular on the show. It'll be fun.
Hey, man.
Back to the chats. We got Halogen Helix. They lost half of what they made between TFA and TROS, and that's true.
No, more than half. It literally went down by 60% each movie. The first TFA made a bunch, and then when Jedi came out, it lost 60% of TFA law. Then when Skywalker came out, it lost 60% of what Jedi lost. So it lost 120% by the time it hit the rise of Woke Walker.
Well, on top of that, this is where Keith and my frenemy and I got into our first argument. Where, it turned a profit. I said, no, it didn't turn a profit because they still are so much down. And because they spent $4.5 billion to buy Lucasfilm. But you seem to think that's the cap. But every time they make a movie, that cap changes. Mm-hmm. Each fucking movie. And they've only come up this far. And they're up here in expense. So no,
and
they've
they were
not
also
got a
not-
fucking profit.
Gary, they
And then
forgot that MacGuffins don't make money.
Yeah.
But you also have to add
It's
in-
all about the box, the mystery
Also have
box.
to-
It was that dagger and healing that weird monster in that cave because it was
only
waiting
way
for
a
me to touch it
MacGuffin
appropriately.
Is if Hitchcock's doing it.
Well, Hitchcock just has to put his belly in
Well,
front of a
and
silhouette.
Hitchcock
and
understands story structure.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And that last movie, they spent so much money on reshoots that aren't fully recorded.
Well-
Plus, there's a marketing cost for The Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, wait,
they
I have-
reshot the entire thing. And
I have a
that
question
blew up their
since we
budget.
brought this up. Who would win in a celebrity death match? Ray Bradbury or Alfred Hitchcock?
Oh,
Ooh.
I want to see that episode now. We got to make that
I
happen.
really do. they
Hitchcock's
both
gotta
come in
win.
with their own different intros. It'd be really weird and dark.
1 second, guys. 1 second, guys. Jedi 6, I know you're fucking with me now.
Oh, fuck that shit. You could take that glitter vampire shit out of here.
She's fucking with me.
She
I
has
got-
She's doing this.
I'd
She
rather
ta-
relive
Keith
the
knows
scene
the
from
line.
Clerks 2 with
She
Kelly
tasks
than deal with
me.
that.
She tasks
He
me.
asked me.
I mean, this is a man that is such a fan. He makes sure he keeps the Blade Runner dildo up his ass the entire show.
Hey,
Goddamn right.
Every
It
time
fits
I
right
go
in there,
to
too.
every
It's a-
time I look for another
It's a
synth, I shit glitter.
It's a pinky-sized dildo, so I barely notice it.
Okay,
But,
I will read Marcos A's chats, okay?
Hey,
oh,
Kate,
okay, go ahead. Read Marcos.
you remember that Little Britain episode with the big ass muscle brown guys?
Right, what you tweeted.
We're trying to read the thing. Hold on.
Halogen Helix, that info isn't true, right? What you tweeted.
And that's what we refer to as shit didn't work. All right.
Bitty bitty.
Move on.
Oh, my God.
IMDb lost their shit a few years back when they got rid of the boards. This was when the fix was in for trying to push all of this woke SJW shit because there were too many conservatives and conservative-minded people that are even liberal, but they're conservative-minded when it comes to their filmmaking. And this doesn't mean politically conservative. It just means I don't want my shit woke. And they saw this on the boards, and they canceled the boards. And when I saw that coming, I'm like, shit's about to hit the fan, and I don't know how, but this doesn't look good when IMDb shuts down the biggest movie discussion board.
Yeah, that always felt weird at the time. Now I see the reason why, but way back when, it was like, why would you do it? This is the only place people go to talk about that.
I loved the Internet Movie Database, dude.
Yeah.
I got into so
Right?
many great art movie fights on there.
Oh God, the Internet Movie Database was awesome. And my God.
And you remember when I did this? I said, this is why we will never, ever fucking have a utopia. And I posted one thread captures from a conversation about a Star Trek movie, which is talking about a utopia. And I posted it, and not one fucking person in that conversation agreed on a goddamn thing dealing with Star Trek. And I said, that's why we'll never have it. Because you can't get fans of one thing to even agree.
I disagree with that.
You would, Fat Steven Seagal.
That's right. I love my movie Under Siege. My waistline is under siege.
Come back to eating carrots.
Okay, honestly, stop at the voice changer. I will definitely beef slap you with a taco.
All right, let's get on here. Halogen Helix. While watching that stream, I thought I heard him read that about Andy. Yeah, okay. Tim writes, exactly, Keith, it makes their love story pointless if Deckard is a replicant.
True.
Call back to when we're talking about, once again, story structure, story arc, character arcs. You need to have a theme, and you need to occasionally have a plot. But here's the wonderful thing about plot. You don't always need a plot for a good story, but you can't have a fucking story with just a plot. And that's J.J. Abrams' biggest problem.
Yeah, I can agree. And like early on, I liked some of JJ's stuff early on.
Ditto.
You know, but whenever he took over Star Trek and then he went into Star Wars, and I just kind of went, where'd he go? And you know, and correct me if I'm wrong, Keith. I think we've talked about this. whenever he was brought back on to do the next Star Wars movie, didn't he make some deal like, okay, I don't want Kathleen saying anything, I have, or interjecting anything creatively? I had heard that somewhere, and I thought maybe you and I had that conversation about it some time ago. I don't quite remember, but by the look on your face, I'm thinking maybe not.
Well, some other black guy.
Some other black guy.
What has been revealed about the making of those films is that Kathleen Kennedy and her story group had absolute control over everything, and that's the real reason why JJ left. When JJ was brought on, he was under the understanding that he would get to write the story that would become the 3-picture arc. What he didn't realize is that while Kathleen Kennedy was like, hey, that's cool, everything had to be given over to her story group and for them to go through the entire thing and approve it all before they could do anything. So that was the process for the first movie. But that also is the reason why JJ really wasn't allowed to come back for The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi is an experiment to actually see what the entire Lucasfilm story group could actually write a movie together.
Yeah, because it was them.
No. Experimenting is for college, not for Star Wars. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Can we get
How does that relate to Walter Hamada?
I want a shirt that says that.
We should probably make one for.
No, you're not. No, that's
Minefield.
mine. That's my shirt.
We've tried to do merch, but we really need to start up some merch with shit like that on it.
You should literally have a shirt called
hold on a
Rice
second.
Cannoli.
Hold on. I don't know if he's still here. Latino, thanks a lot, man. We deeply appreciate it. I'd love to be back on your show again sometime. Keith might. I don't know. He's kind of racist.
He is racist. Very racist.
But I love Latino Slant is a great show. If you've never watched it, guys, go watch Latino Slant. I was so grateful he had us on. What a great guy. And thanks to Yeti
I'd be
for
happy to
setting
do
that
your
up.
show again, Latino.
Yeah, and Yeti set that whole thing up. He's like, hey, man, I know these two nerds that need some help.
Well, the
more
show you're talking
popular."
about, we co-host. This week it's on my channel, but he's a fantastic, and he's a guy that just ended up hitting 1,000 subscribers. So he's almost he's good at his monetization.
I fucking love the way he talks. I watched him the other night on Midnight's Edge, and he was just fucking laying it out. And I'm like, I got to go back to work, but I'm gonna watch it.
The one thing with Paul, the one thing with Paulie is he's able to talk to his panelists directly with respect and a nice cold tone. He doesn't get super angry when stuff gets overblown, and he always makes like the audience as well as the chat and the panel are all as one big group, and it's very hard to do that, and he does it very well both in French and English. I mean Spanish or
one of those languages that they talk down there.
You guys are horrible.
Oh, did I mention that T-shirt is Hispanic?
Yes, it's true. I'm actually a Hispanic.
We don't care.
It's
we
like,
don't care.
I know.
We don't care.
No. I'm pointing this out so that Paulie will put me on the show someday.
I didn't think I thought we might make it through one show. I thought we could make it through one show without him saying he's Mexican.
Hey, Cuban Mexican. Thank you very much.
I love Mexican El Del Paso.
Cubano.
It's great.
My family did not swim all the way to fucking Florida so that you could leave that part out.
I think it's sort of like I really do. I think that this falls in the same category as Ireland with Scotland, with Cuba and Mexico, in the fact that all a Scotsman is an Irishman that didn't learn to swim.
Gary, I have a perfect intro idea for T-shirt. It could be like, instead of I am Iron Man, like I am Hispanic, but have like
I am Hispanic man.
I actually like that.
I do Windows.
Let's see. Oh, hey, our buddy Greg is here from Fanzine. Keith is so racist. I know. It's hard for me to cover for him anymore. He makes it very hard. Pop Culture Minefield, whenever you guys want me on, I'll make time. Not just vet. Yeah, because I want to do that just once a month where just a bunch of vets sit down, drink coffee, and talk shit about the military and just say things that people will be offended by. I just think that's wonderful.
Latino, if it makes you feel any better, okay, my mother is Mexican, and she always says that I'm half human because I'm half Mexican.
That is so awful. Actually, I have 2 Cuban friends, and they are gnarly about people who are Central American or Mexican. And I don't talk to one of them anymore. Keith knows who it is. And he just was like livid.
Oh, man.
And I'm like,
you wouldn't
holy
believe
shit.
it. Every time I want to go to the El Salvadorian place, my father's like, no, don't go there. Those people are sucio.
Yeah, it's like, it's crazy. And I've run into that. And I don't like that, because I like joking. Yeah. I think that the way to get through the differences between people is by joking about it. That's how I've always done it. That's how I got to know people in the first place, is by making jokes. Except for Kate. She's got no sense of humor.
Yes,
I was looking at the panel trying to figure out who I was going to pick on. It was Kate. She won.
Of course. Let's talk the least. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Hail Vancine. Yes, Hail Vancine. I watched a lot of Cheech and Chong as kids. Yeah.
I love Cheech and Chong.
I think way too much. I used to I had a boss. His name was Jorge. He called it George, but his name was Jorge Vasquez. And he owned this ice cream parlor, and he hired me to manage it, to do my stand-up comedy behind the counter. My job was to do comedy and get customers in. And we did pretty well. But he would come to the back of the store, and he didn't always have his key, and I'd hear this knock, and I pulled the fucking Cheech and Chong thing on him every time. He goes,
Dave's not here, man.
And I go, who is it? He go, it's me, George. Because this is how he sounded. Yeah, high-pitched voice. It's me, George. George who? George Vasquez. Jorge? Yeah, Jorge, George. Open the door. He's not here right now. Come around the front. People go, Gerry, why are you such a dick? I'm like, I don't know. I get inspired to just do things. I wanted to live a Cheech and Chong joke, so I did it. It was great. I did it to him every time. Let's see what Latino has to say. YetiCast, excellent. YetiCast says something that's typical. Nobody cares. Great to see another channel who love the franchises. Yeah, we all do. We're all very passionate. It's why we do the show.
I'm only passionate when I get a sandpaper reach around.
And that's true, Latino. That is so true. Because I've known 2 Cubanos from Cuba who have just such the strange attitude about Mexicans, or Puerto Ricans in particular too. They don't like Puerto Ricans.
No,
and like one of them says, "Oh, they wish they were Cubans," and I'm like, whatever. That's me repeating something. It's not me saying it. And then Fanzine says that you owe him a strut to a car.
What did you do?
What's going on here?
Kate,
God only knows.
Kate, I just claim you have no affiliation with Fanzine's claims.
At this time, I would like to state that this show does not know who Greg or Fanzine Vids is. They're like a subpar show that just talks about 80s movies, and they don't know.
They are associated with Keith, though. Keith has come out adamantly and said that he is associated.
Keith supports Fanzine Vids, so it's time to cancel Keith.
Why are you going to strut for Ryan Johnson?
Ouch.
Oh, dude, that's not cool. Hello, Wade.
Hey, Real Wade Nation is here. What's up, buddy?
I love you.
He was a good kid. He was actually helping me with some of my Fortnite streams the last few days and actually get those views up. So, hey, Wade, thank you very much.
Hey, Polly. That should be Ryan Johnson's voice.
It is the Ryan Johnson voice.
I'm making a movie.
Polly, I don't know if you're still there, but you need to be on the show. I want to send you an invite for our Friday show.
Oh, okay.
Tonight? Yeah, fuck it. Get him on here if he's free.
All right, Paulie. I will definitely DM you, Paulie.
But Paulie's just such a nice fucking guy. And they were doing a very special episode of a very special after school special of Midnight's Edge. I think it was Midnight's Edge, where they had Taylor Hackford and a lot of the people from
Yeah, I
oh
heard
shit,
about
Blood In
that.
and Blood Out, which is a great fucking movie.
Yes.
And I could not believe how many people they got. I mean, I'm trying to get Bruce Campbell on here because I can get Josh and Don May, the guys who paid to make the movie Running Time, but I can't seem to get the star on here. And
I
so
just
I'm,
really want to get the guy on from Blood and Blood Out. I don't want his pork chop. I want his life.
people who haven't seen the movie have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Wait, what's going on?
I believe Jason would like to
Oh,
speak.
Jason, dude. Yeah, you don't have to raise your hand. Just fucking yell over us.
I want to circle back to something that we talked about earlier because I want your opinion on it, everybody's opinion. Because we're talking about indie filmmaking and distribution.
Yes, you're a
earlier.
sexy beast.
Okay, good. I'm gonna. So
Yeah.
with the distribution and how it is now with streaming, you would think that it would be easier for independent filmmakers to get work out there. But I would argue that streaming has actually made things even harder.
You have
What are
no
your thoughts
idea
on
how
that?
hard. Well, the one thing that's streaming, I have to go against that because I've been on Netflix and there's nothing on there that even gives me hat hard. There's not enough soft core in Netflix.
And that's another one that just fell flat. I'm sorry, buddy.
It fell flat just like my erection. It's all good. Keith is looking for the exit. That's all the reason why I said this shit.
Why am I next to him?
because-
Is what he's
well-
thinking.
He's like, I don't feel like a Superman anymore.
But but think about it with how the theaters are now kind of becoming obsolete, essentially on some level, with how HBO Max is now releasing and Disney Plus releasing things. You know,
Right.
Because I'm doing a project that we were starting before COVID that was called Pop-Up Cinema that I'm doing with Shelley Wagner, who was actually, if you'll know her from Winter's Bone, and she was also in The Last Movie Star with Burt Reynolds. And we're trying to get a unique theatrical distribution system going for a bunch of people, because I know tons of these filmmakers out there that their stuff's not getting seen. And it's good films. It's just because it doesn't fit a mold, if you will, or whatnot. And yeah, and I think Keith, you can attest to this. I don't like doing what everybody else is doing because you get, my favorite time of year was around Halloween to go into the bargain barrel bin at Walmart and look at DVDs for scary movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then every now and then you've come across a movie where you're like, that was a good movie. Why didn't I hear about it when it came out? So we've reached that point with streaming a long time ago, but we've reached it more now than ever, where you can say, "Oh, hey, my film's on Netflix," but it's like, if I don't know Netflix isn't promoting it, and if you're only promoting it, I'm not going to know about it. You're going to get lost in the bottom of the barrel.
With
So my
Netflix,
question,
it seems like it has a lot to do with what you keep watching, because
Yeah.
I watch a lot of German and Spanish things.
Yeah.
So
I
think
like to
I'll
watch
find it
German
out.
poop films. They're very good, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you've also watched
Well,
Disney Star Wars.
It's Disney
But-
Star Wars, that's
Oh.
right.
I mean, that's the algorithm stuff is
Mhm.
ultimately the issue. So if you don't know how to navigate that in the first place, it's an uphill battle for everyone.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I
it
get
definitely
you.
messes up because I've done 3 short films in the last year, and I've been pushing them out on social media. But one of my films had to do with I even just went after QAnon, but I did it in a creative manner, and I don't even say QAnon in it. It's it's like something being
Well,
read.
this stream just got flagged.
Yep, I know. Sorry, my bad.
You're gonna get a warning
Don't they
tomorrow
have
morning.
a,
This is full.
Oh
screen.
shit! They took us offline. We're no longer on.
And
Hi, Paulie.
I was sending
Hey.
I started sending my films to everybody, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't know you were still doing stuff." And so the algorithms are like really sucky. And I'm saying that as somebody who does infomercials locally that makes a lot of money producing these things, goes, "I was just calling you to see if you were still around." And I'm like, "What the hell is social media doing right now?" If you have
I would say most of it wants to be QVC, so it's pay to play.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Orale, Pale. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, Polly.
I'm
Thanks
sorry,
for joining
I'm
us, man.
I thought I was going to sneeze, so I got off, and it wasn't happening, which is the worst because you're just like,
Talk oral mango to me.
hey, ¿cómo estás?
¿Qué tal, mi amigo?
Hello there. Hello, Kate. Hello to the esteemed filmmaker. Jason.
Yeah,
How you doing,
Jason, this
brother?
is Polly. Polly, Jason.
Hello.
What's up, brother Yeti?
Hey. Oh, God.
And
I actually went
Keith?
to high five, and I don't have a camera here to show anyone.
That is typical for Yeti.
They're like, yeah, high five. Oh, no one can see that.
Yeah,
Well,
My
Yeah,
hands
that
aren't
was
moving.
the
What's
Still
wrong
love
with my
him.
avatar?
Thanks for coming on by the celebration the other night, all you guys.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Oh, that's great.
Hey,
And congratulations
I
again.
paid for a couple of
Congratulations.
comments, but they never got spoken. I'm like, damn it, because I really wanted to. Taylor Hackford's like one of my favorite directors.
Oh, the Taylor Hackford one. Oh, that was nuts.
Yeah, when his
yeah, it
girlfriend
was
showed up, that was awesome.
unfucking believable. He directed one of my favorite remakes of all time,
Which one?
Against All Odds.
that was a good movie.
Oh, it was good, man.
I tried to
Rachel
super
Ward.
chat Polly, and it told me it doesn't accept Monopoly money. I was very offended.
What is
Well,
everybody?
Against all odds. That is
What's
that
that,
story about your
Jason?
belt?
What,
So
Jason?
what is everybody's favorite film? If you're talking, since you're bringing that up, what is everybody's favorite film?
Ooh,
Favorite
let's go one
film.
at a time.
Wow, man, that's too
Let's go.
general.
Number
Yeah.
one film for each person. We'll start with next to me because everybody knows my favorite film is Blade Runner. So
What's your favorite?
Let's go.
Me?
T-shirt. Yeah, you're fucking next to me. Yes,
Sorry,
you.
sorry. Blade Runner, obviously.
Why
Yep,
do you
Blade
abuse
Runner.
your co-host? Oh my god.
It's the thing I do.
I know it's your
I
shtick. I know it's your shtick.
it's
yeah.
my shtick because I
He
fuck
is
with
just-
Keith
he is
all the
so-
time.
No,
My
no.
goal in doing this show has always been to make Keith laugh.
Hey,
It's the
he's
only reason
got a
I got
great
on camera.
Smile. Look at him, man. He's happy.
There's
Don't
just
worry- don't
something
worry about
so. It makes me feel like I could live an extra year just whenever I make him drop out of camera laughing.
Oh, that's
Gary
funny.
And I've
is so
done it.
offended by my-
That's
my
because he
Latino-ness,
relocates
my
whenever
natural
he
heat.
laughs.
I love
Jason, your favorite film, number one.
Actually, is Dr. Zhivago.
Oh man, okay.
Every single
and shit.
Professor
let's see.
in film school was like,
Casablanca was my favorite.
"Good boy,
now.
good boy, good boy."
Here's the thing about that. I thought I was going to hate the movie. I watched it in a film class,
It's a beautiful film.
It is.
and I fell in love
Amazing
with.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
I love that
Shivago
movie.
and Lawrence of Arabia. I
The
discovered
story
later.
behind how they did the Frozen House
Oh my god!
blew my
yes.
mind. It blew my mind how they
Yes.
did that. Okay,
Still live in
Kate.
Canada? Mine's gonna be pretty lame then, I guess. Heather's, definitively Heather's.
No, it's
It's
a
a
good
great
film.
Later.
Really good.
And
Very good film.
The dark humor is hard to beat.
The which one?
That's totally
dark
not what I
humor.
expected from you, Kate.
Yeah. Fuck these
Oh
people.
yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Steven, your turn. Your number one favorite film.
You're probably not going to like it, but it's actually Fifth Element.
That's-
No, it's a good film.
I like that
It's
film.
a Blade Runner derivative, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was a fun
Thank
film.
you for associating with Blade Runner. Thank you so much. For
3 degrees of Blade Runner.
The one part that and God, we lost Tiny Liston this was it this year, wasn't it? Him as the
Yeah.
president was so funny, but I couldn't understand a damn thing he said as the president.
I like when Bruce's mom was freaking on. Ah, you don't sound like the
Oh,
real
God,
president.
yeah.
I know what the real president. He's a real jackass.
All right, Keith, your turn. Favorite movie?
Depending on the day you catch me, but today it's Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh
Oh,
god.
It's forgivable.
I just love that aspect, and I like the fact that it had a lot of very practical stunts, and
Well,
they
it was when they were still doing things edgy.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't until they had already finished Empire and it got released that George Lucas became problematic with with his films, and Raiders was still in that gray area because Empire hadn't come out yet when they were shooting it. So it still had that old school feel to it. But then by the time he got to Return of the Jedi, a lot of his gnome men were disappearing, and he was surrounding himself with more people going, yeah, that sounds good. Let's do that.
Oh, God. I hate yes.
Yep.
And that destroyed a lot of what happened with George. And it really, really ruined him because, ruined. Would you like some Cool Whip, Polly? Yeti, what is your fucking favorite?
Okay, I'm gonna try not to repeat what anyone else has said, so I'm gonna go with the Shawshank Redemption.
That's a good film.
Good answer.
I honestly thought he was going to say Fat Man.
I wish I could tell you that
That's for this year. That should get an Oscar.
I wish I could
Now,
tell
do you see, Polly, why people come to this show? Do you see?
I
But
see.
alas,
There's
that
a
was
lot
not
of
that.
abuse in this room.
I see why people leave too.
Oh, okay. There we go.
There's
So I
another
had to get
T-shirt
one in.
for you.
I had to
Now
get
we've
one
been
in.
consistently
right
at
away.
12. We've been consistently at 12 tonight. I didn't promote it well enough. It was a one-day thing. We put it together.
I
But
know. I was
Polly,
trying to tell you get this
Yes.
out like a couple.
shut up,
days.
Yeti. Nobody cares.
Was you about to say, well, you got a probe?
Polly, what is your favorite film?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go with Rocky, just because
Yes.
it stands the
Nice.
test of time. It was from my
Yes.
childhood. Unlike, I mean, and Jaws is up there too, but unlike like
Yes.
Star Wars and Superman, I love them so much. They're all near and dear to my heart, but they don't seem to be as timeless as far as filmmaking as Rocky.
Mhm.
And you know,
fuck,
people
man,
forget that
Rocky's just-
Avildsen was the director of that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
They
he
always-
directed.
they think
and he
it's
directed
Stallone.
Karate Kid, which
That's
is up
right.
there as well.
That's the
Avildsen,
sad thing. I've
He
never
did,
seen
he
the
did
first
First
Rocky.
Blood also, didn't he?
What? Wait, hold on. Fat. What did you say, Fat?
I've never seen the first Rocky. No, don't hold it against me.
I'm not. It's such a. It's such a great film on so many levels. It's like a boxing film. It's a love story. It's a bully. It's a
I'll
guy
give it a
who was
shot. It
bullied.
just
Yeah.
slips my mind. It's not like I'm trying
And
to insult the series, but
The soundtrack won an Oscar. Bill Conti.
Yeah.
And it absolutely, because I was an athlete as a kid. It's why when I got fat, I didn't die, because I was always an athlete. And
Eating
God,
hot
man,
dogs
that
isn't a sport.
take it back. Take it back. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of Bag of Dicks. I'm sorry, I was thinking about eating Bag of Dicks. I get confused. But Rocky was such a great film. Avildsen directed it. Rocky was written by Stallone, borrowed from a real boxer's life. Eventually, that lawsuit was settled, and I forget his name. Do you remember who that is, Paulie?
No, but I mean, you know, that's not the film. You know, I mean, it's like I respect. I know where you're coming from, but it's almost like I just, you know.
Oh, I'm not coming from anywhere. I'm just pointing it out. It's
Right?
just a historical
Yeah.
fact.
But to me, that doesn't have anything to do with the film. You know, and a lot of times we get caught up in all the other bullshit that we do today, where it's like, if like, oh, name me your favorite actor, name me your favorite performance, I'll do it. That motherfucker and his politics and her politics. I'm like, you told me to name a performance,
Right.
and I get hounded, you know, in those group chats that we have. I'm just like, Fat. I'm gonna quit some of these groups, man. I can't handle it.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
What I loved
That's what I
about
did.
what Stallone did with that film is he pulled the money together. And because
You
he
know
did
why,
not
right?
want to lose control. He didn't want to lose control.
They didn't want him in it.
That's right.
They didn't want
wanted
him in it. We'll
a
sell
bigger
your script.
name. That's right. They wanted a bigger name. And Stallone's like, I don't want to go for that. No. And he stuck to his guns. He got the
Fanzine
money
sent.
and made an amazing film and got a really good fucking director to do it. And Bill Conti's soundtrack, like you said, won an Oscar. Gonna Fly Now. I mean, who didn't fucking love that song in 76?
Yeah.
Well, Keith and I
Okay.
loved it in 76. The rest of you guys are too young.
No,
I remember
I'm
it.
50.
God damn it, I
I'm
was
50.
3.
Yeah. Well, you're right behind us. But
You know, I have
Holly,
I
you know.
undigested beef in my, transverse colon that's older than you t-shirt.
Talia Shire.
Bullshit, you do.
I mean,
Yes, Talia Shire, who is also what I've always loved is that, she comes from that dynasty of the Francis Ford Coppola's family. So many talented people in that family, man. And she's right there at the top. Yeah, I know. We know trivial shit like that, Paulie. Sorry.
No, because I laughed because Nicolas Cage is they got well, there's a nephew acting right now in movies, and he's in the movie, Eddie, that we're gonna watch. It's called Alone. It's like a really horrible horror film.
It yet.
Oh, you haven't?
I think I downloaded it. I think I purchased and downloaded that already. I watched it yet.
Well, there's a couple of Alone. There's actually one that's rated really good.
Yes,
that's not the one. This one stars Bailey Coppola.
Yeah,
this one stars Bailey Coppola. I mean, you'd think that was Nick Cage from Raising Arizona. He looks just like him from like the 80s or just.
I love that. I love that movie too, Paulie. By the way, Raising Arizona is one of my favorite comedies of all time.
I have a question before you go into super chat. We can do it. We can answer it.
Yeah, because I have to. We've got a lot of people that have commented. I want to make sure I get to them.
Sorry, but the question is, since we've done our favorite movie, what is the movie that has disappointed you the most?
Let's think about that before let's think about this, and we'll come back to it after I go through the chat.
You can't say Disney.
Let's see.
Okay. All right.
I'm totally not paying for any of their streaming. Yes, I agree with you. Hold on, this is too far back. I gotta speed up. I'm trying to get caught up with where we were. Oh my God. So much of the YouTube space is taken up by promoting and reviewing, reacting to what people are already watching. I don't know shit about that. Mr. Large and Plump Steven, I just subscribed to you as well. Outstanding. Thank you, Socks. I love Socks. We had him actually on about a week ago. He actually came on with us. It was fun. Is Yeti even real? I don't believe he is. I think he's a figment of my imagination, and everybody pretends to hear him. I'm a wrench now. Oh, the power. Yes, I made you a mod.
Do you want me to time him out?
Who? Oh, Yeti. Sub to me. Yes, fans. There we go. Plus side Stevenson. And everybody on the channel, make sure to post your videos or let me know. I'll even make fuck it, I don't want to. Got too much going on and I get ADD. Plus I seems like, let's see, Storyman Jack. By the way, Paulie, you should check Storyman Jack if you haven't already. Really cool dude, veteran. Great writer. Star Wars, because it was the first movie my parents took me to at a drive-in on opening day in 77. You know why parents go to drive-ins? They put their kid on the hood and they go in the back and fuck. So
I thought that was Patterson.
Somebody just joined us. Oh, there we go. Hey, we're Brady Bunch now. Look at us.
I am not Alice. What is this shit?
You are Alice today.
It's the great Ryan Johnson. Thank you for joining.
My trilogy is on the way. It's coming. So many good ideas. Jedi's,
Martin,
all them, they're gone.
No, he is not the actual Ryan Johnson. I am the Ryan Johnson.
Okay, so Martin Acosta says, for me, it's got to be Gone with the Wind. That is a classic fucking movie. And great. It is a great film. I love Heather. So there you go, Kate.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
That's girls sticking together. Nobody cares about fans.
I'll be honest. I'm just coming out of here. Kate, I honestly expected your favorite film to be something like Gummo, to be honest, but
I don't know if that is.
Gummo.
Yeah, see it.
A weird ass movie.
Yeah, weird ass movie.
Or The Crow, and it's not.
Crow
would be Spice World.
Halogen says Raiders is great. Raiders. I agree. Yep. It's a classic freaking movie. It was Spielberg and Lucas before they really lost their edge.
Well, they were on a roll from like 75 to about 84. I mean, that was a run that still hasn't been, matched.
Nope, it has not. And you are so right, Paulie. For recent movies, I liked Fury Road. It was good. I prefer Road Warrior as far as the Mad Max films go. I think it's a better story. There was no real story structure to Fury Road.
Yes, there was. Running out of gas.
No, there is a character arc which I liked, but there is no story structure to that film.
You just like the oiled man in Road Warrior. That's all.
Actually, I'm friends with that oiled man. Lord Humongous is a buddy of mine.
Really?
Fucking yeah! You told me that before, and I'm like, that's cool.
I thought one of them passed away recently.
I would like to quickly point out, why are there two men in our private chat making out?
A ver, let me see. Oh,
What the fuck is?
Oh, Yeti and Fanzine.
Hey, you
Oh
guys
Jesus! Get a room, you two.
We're trying, but you guys just keep.
I bet
up.
Fanzine
All right,
spanks
I'm
Yeti's
trying to
ass and
focus.
calls him Raylo.
I need to focus on our people in the chat, so let's chill a will. Again. Oh wait, yeah, I'm good. Yeti Cast, yes, I like heaters a lot.
Heathers.
Heaters.
I think you said Heathers. Yeah.
I know that.
Be nice.
Pop Culture Minefield. And
I like
to
Hooters.
that, I do
They
the
got good
community
chicken
writing
wings.
stream on Mondays at 8 p.m. with a chat and guest write the story. It was very successful this week.
That is a
Awesome,
cool
dude.
idea.
I'm going to show up next time, and if Script Doctor shows up tonight, which I hope he does at some point, I don't know if you guys know each other. You two need to know each other.
Yeah.
Let's see. Halogen Helix says, "Hail from Australia. Raiders is great. Thank you for the $2 2 Australian dollars, which is actually closer to probably $3 in America because Australia's money is good."
Thank you, Vegan Six, for the kind words.
Oh, Latino. Now I remember who you're talking about. Hugh
But it
Keys
doesn't smell like
Burn.
maple syrup.
I
From,
didn't even
Fury
get an
Road and from the
invite.
first Mad Max
Oh,
movie.
Jesus
He passed
Christ,
away.
Greg, are you going to whine now? You take some cheese with that wine?
What happened? What'd I do?
You're
what happened?
whining here. I'm showing your wine.
The funny thing is that thing you just highlighted was better writing than the real Ryan Johnson.
Sucks.
Oh,
That is a really good film, Raging Bull.
Yes.
Yes.
It is the darker version of Rocky. And I really have to be in the mood to watch that film. I really do. It's hard to watch. Let's see.
Can I share a screen in a second?
Lasso of Truth. Hello, Lasso. Congrats on the monetization. Thank you.
Thank you, Lasso.
Thank you, Lasso.
Tim Tingle says Ghostbusters 2. I say I will forgive you for that. Ghostbusters 1 is the superior film. Ghostbusters 2 had too much of the cartoon in it.
He's messing with everyone. There's no way that is his favorite film.
Hi,
I know
Lasso.
him. There's no way.
Oh, Tim, are you being a dick? Are you
Yeah, he's-
being a dick on our show?
Yeah.
Tim.
It's unacceptable.
Have you gone full rice cannoli?
No, if he'd gone full rice cannoli, he'd been Ghostbusters 2016.
That's not a cannoli. That's a shit disturbance.
There you go.
Zax, thank you for the Canadian $2. Two Towers is up there for me. Very good film. Very good. Every kid wanted to be Rocky in 76. Amen, Tim. Let's see. Very good. Thank you, Jedi. She's calling herself vegan to make fun of me. But that is Jedi 6. Story Magic, you have to separate the actor from the performance. That's exactly what Paulie was saying. You have to. Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. People don't understand it because I watch a lot of films with people who are politically really opposed to me, and I still love their movies. I'm like, I absolutely separate the actor from their personal opinions.
Is this
I
mic
tend to
on?
not want
Is this mic on?
You're on.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
Paulie,
Oh.
just tell Gary to shut the fuck up and jump right in.
Okay, that's
You can keep talking. If you
Yeah,
don't
Paulie, you
tell me.
got. Don't be polite to me.
So-
Don't be polite.
Yeah. So fuck Gary and
I take that. I take
go
that
on,
as a
Paulie.
personal aggression. If you're polite to me, I'm like, yo, what the fuck did I do to you?
Yeah.
Why are you being nice to me? What the fuck? Okay, go ahead, Paulie, buddy.
No, that's not. I don't roll like that. Unless I
I
get
know
crossed,
you don't.
Unless I get crossed, then we're gonna have words. But that's something else. Now we were talking about the Road Warrior Mad Max, right? Jason, you got the name?
Yes, Toe Cutter. Hugh
Oh,
Keys
Toe
Burn.
Cutter, yeah.
It was the Toe Cutter, and he was also a Mortan Joe. And yes, he passed away last year.
Okay.
Wait a minute, Toe Cutter died?
Yeah, Toe Cutter and a Mortan Joe was the same guy.
Oh my god, because he was in Fury
Hugh
Road. I
Keys
did not
Burn,
know
yes.
he died.
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
he died.
You didn't know that?
Yep.
I did not know he died. No, I did not. I
Yes,
missed it.
yes.
God, man,
He had a
that dude
great
was so
level
cool.
line. Hugh
That dude was
Keys.
so cool. I was so happy that he came and was in Fury Road as another villain.
Rider. That was his name. Remember it when you look into the night sky.
So great.
Yes.
But I don't think that was his voice.
No, that's our friend T-shirt doing voices.
No. In the movie, they dubbed everybody.
Yeah, they did.
Well,
For
in
the
the American
American
release.
So
But
he
I
comes
never
out
bought
like
it.
this, the Night Rider.
The Night Rider.
He probably
He's
had a
talking
really
like
strange
1940s radio guy. The Night Rider has taken his place.
Right. Well,
Hey, fella.
anything but that cool voice. I don't think that was him. I don't. Has anyone seen the Mad Max without the?
I waited until it got released in the 90s, and that was the only version I ever bought. Was the original Australian release.
Oh, wow. Yep, he's gone.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Tim. Jason Brasier, do you have any sites you want us to post in the chat?
Oh, yes, thank you. That'd be great. I have my personal website. It's just flintlocksyndicate.com. That's my production
send it to me via private chat.
Yep, there you go.
It's there. It's been there.
And I'll post it. And because
and then I also have my. I need to get my YouTube up too. But
and he kicked himself out.
What?
We lost 2 people.
And I have to split as well.
Well, we knew you were going to be here for a limited time. We appreciate you coming on, Paulie. We can now officially say you've been here.
Hey, Paulie, it's always great to have you, man.
Yes.
Seriously.
Before you go, though, are you having any more charities coming up that you want to give a heads up to while your face is covered by that giant-ass paragraph?
Hey.
I hate it that it does that.
it's all good. I'm back for a moment here. But yeah, I've got that in there. I said you can just look up Flintlock Syndicate.
We've been here for 2 hours, and that's pretty much what we usually ended at, is about 2 hours.
Well,
so don't worry. If you got to poop, you can go.
Let's set up a full show, and we'll come on and we'll rock it out.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll pick a subject, and it would be fun to do it, Paulie. We love your channel, and I enjoy it whenever you pop onto one of our other friends. You know.
Yeah. Well,
Have you
I
hit
just
your
put
watch
up
hours?
I just put up an interview that me and Tom did with Matthew Lillard. It's on my homepage.
I am a big Matthew Lillard fan. I love that guy.
I just
the guy's
put it
like
up.
a guy is almost my age, and the guy was playing like a kid when he was like in his 30s.
Yeah.
But he was great as Shaggy.
Great. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Thanks, Paulie.
Hi, Paulie.
Have a good night,
care, man.
Paulie.
You rock.
Mango.
See you,
Thanks for
Paulie.
having me.
I need to have you on my show sometime.
I was trying to find out if he hit his watch hours yet, because I know he hit the sub count, but I don't know if he got the watch hours because you guys
You
just
can
hit
DM
yours.
him.
You might need to.
Halogen Beyond Thunderdome is not a favorite film of mine, and it got 2 80s for me, and I was annoyed by that. I was annoyed by some of the plot decisions that were made in it, but that's Miller for you, man. His best film is always going to be the second film, the middle film.
Road Warrior?
Road Warrior is the best of the
Yeah.
Mad Max films, period.
Yeah. It was good.
It's got the best story, the best plot, the best character arcs.
It has
What
Kill.
were you going to say, Keith?
I was just going to say George Miller would be another person, from our conversation that we had early this morning, would be another person that Warner Brothers would be very smart to bring in for a DC film.
Mm-hmm.
He would be fantastic doing something like, say, you could get him for Phantom Stranger or even The Spectre.
I think that, he's such a versatile director. I mean, he's done comedies, he's done horror. He's, he's kind of like, what's his name? Frighteners.
Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson.
Yeah, Peter Jackson. Peter is so versatile. And because his first real big movie was that horror film with the guys running around with a lawnmower cutting people up and
Dead Alive.
Dead Alive.
Yeah, Bad Taste. Yeah.
No, not Bad Taste.
Dead Alive.
Dead Alive.
Dead Alive. Thank you. I fucking love that movie. And I was at a film festival doing a lot of promo stuff, and I got to watch that film for the first time the year it was released during a festival, and I'm like, this is great horror. I've finally seen a movie better than Evil Dead. And I freaking love that film. I don't give a shit what you guys think. All I care about is my opinion. I fucking love that movie.
That's okay. I don't care about
when he
your
starts
opinion.
running around cutting people up with the lawnmower, I was just like, I'm in. I'm fucking in.
It was a good movie.
No,
It was
Do you
decent.
guys remember Lawnmower Man?
Yes.
Brought up Lawnmower.
nobody wants to remember it.
I remember.
Ozark Mountain Web Fest is another one of
Yes,
Jason's channels.
Yeah, we're still doing that. We're just doing
You
it
have a
online.
super chat.
And is
from,
this your
Justin Proper.
wait? Is
That's
this
something my
your
YouTube channel. I don't know why it's not showing up like the Flintlock thing. So, but that's my channel apparently.
You have to know how to edit that. You take the HANNEL out and then put a / and then you put the name in.
You
And
should have let me
and
because I did it before. I don't know why it went back.
but it's okay.
I'll fix that.
I'll show you how to do it. We got Justin Proper. Thanks, buddy. Man, I want to get him on the show. Justin, we follow him on Twitter. Great fucking guy.
Yeah.
Great
Great
show.
guy.
Yeah,
He's
Great
okay.
show.
he's a good guy.
I love it when you use one of my jokes, you prick. Justin Proper, hey there. I saw what happened on that other channel, man. Good for you for dipping out.
What happened?
I don't know. Justin, you want to jump in here with us and tell us what happened?
Justin, do you want me to send you the link? I'll do that right now, man.
Yeah, send him a link. Send it to him. It's up to him if he wants to join us. I would love to hear what happened there, Halogen. We'll find out. Let's see. Some guy named YetiCast said that's high praise from Justin Proper.
It is.
I do not understand this Yeti guy, why he even comments. Nobody likes him.
I
That's
feel
not
like I'm in
true.
high school all over again.
That's not
Yeah,
true.
no.
The Hispanic likes them.
Vegan
The what?
6. Vegan 6. What did she say? Do tell. Yes, we want to find out, Jedi. Or 6, as Steven tells me to call you.
Justin, your DM has a link in it in case you want to come on and explain the situation.
Yeah, it's completely up to you. Or you can just come on and we can just talk shit. You let us know what you want to talk about. Come on the show.
Oh, thank you, Vegan 6. You're a
You know you
good
want-
person.
You know you want to join us.
She
Oh,
knows
no.
comedy when she sees it.
Join the
You know,
mostly dark side. I say mostly because most of us are white.
They come at night, mostly.
They call me white chocolate.
They come at
so-
night. Mostly. I just told my stepdaughter that's like one of my favorite lines ever delivered in film.
Check private chat, please. Jason's trying to get your attention,
Yeah.
Gary.
Oh, Jason? That's
Yes, the guy who's our guest, the man at the bottom of the screen. Yes, that Jason.
What's he saying? What's he saying? I don't see any updates there, so I'm going over there. He says, okay. Oh, yes. Yes. Jason, would you do me a huge favor and fuck off and get off our show?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Though.
Hey, I want you back, man. I want you to come back and just be part of the panel and hang out.
Hey, man.
Yeah, Jason.
All
All right, buddy. Have
Hey,
a
thanks
good
for
night.
having-
Thanks for coming, man. And
Thank you.
It was good to meet
glad
you.
to have you on.
Nice
Good
to
night,
meet you.
buddy.
Jason.
Oh my god. T-shirts.
What?
We are going to murder you.
Why? What did I do?
Because
It's going to be a Saw movie style too.
you remember Star Wars, the trash compactor scene? It sounds like the trash compactor reeing all over us right now. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's just, it doesn't even sound like a voice anymore.
Oh.
It sounds like one of those stupid ghost shows where they hear white noise and they think it's a voice.
No, it's Buck Rogers. It's
No,
Buck
really,
Rogers.
it just said, "Die, Cindy," and you listen to it and it goes,
Or it's like, did you hear that? It was a ghost.
and I
It was a
like
ghost.
ghost shows.
I'm
I
broadcasting
love
from the
ghost shows.
sewer.
Yeah, now that sounds like Jason was great. Thank you so much, Jedi. He's one of the local filmmakers that Keith and I really like and admire. And I've known him for a long time, 15 years. 15 years we've been friends.
Oh, and Gary, I have finally figured out why you're in Missouri.
Because Keith is here.
No.
And
I know. I know why you're both there. It's the barbecue. Admit it.
well, hold on a sec. I like Texas barbecue more than
Oh, good.
Missouri barbecue. But the fact is there is really good barbecue, and my wife makes some really good barbecue. She got this ninja. She got a ninja, dude. And that ninja is amazing. It does the best frying, air frying for chicken and for other good meats that deserve being fried. I love that ninja, dude.
Yeah, and it's really good at sneaking around too.
I am a ninja
quiet-
chopping up your meat.
It's like high blood pressure. It's a silent killer. Oh, and it's also related to high blood pressure with the things you eat in it.
The shuriken is my favorite weapon. I love the shuriken. I like to take it into movie theaters and throw it at people who crunch popcorn too loud.
I know this. What is this from?
It's a resident
And where it
racist
goes,
Mr.
nobody
Miyagi.
knows.
Is that what it is?
No,
'Cause I've heard this before.
it's Lo Wang.
Cooking segment. Mr. Wick. Yeah, now this is the cooking segment. We're going to start talking about,
First you take a.
I make a lot of diabetic.
You put on the cutting board and you start slicing.
Hey, Kariman Sanjin-san. I do a
chat.
lot of cooking myself, and a lot of it is diabetic friendly. As I became diabetic, I had to learn to make things, and I'm like, oh my God. But there are certain foods I really love, and I got to have it. And I learned how to make diabetic friendly General Tso's chicken, and which is like one of the most perfect dishes that God ever made.
Agreed.
I was in the Army, first time I ever had it, and I'm like, I don't ever want to eat anything else, just this for the rest of my life.
You had General Tso's chicken in the Army?
When I was in the Army, yeah.
From the canteen?
Back east where I grew up, no. We went off post, and there was this, oddly,
Gary,
Safeways
Keith
in
has gotta
California.
go. Keith has got to go.
Hey, Keith, do me a favor. Fuck off.
Bye, Keith. We love you, man.
I'll see you later, buddy.
Hey,
Have a good night,
thanks
man.
everybody for being here. You guys really do make this fun.
We'll
Gary,
definitely see
brother,
you
I'll
tomorrow.
talk to you later, big man.
All right, buddy.
Just so
I'll
you
talk
know,
to you when
wrap up
you're my
soon, too.
favorite.
I'll talk to you
the
when
one
you're
that
at
doesn't
work
make fun of
tonight.
me. You're my favorite.
You're my
Bye.
favorite. Fuck you, Greg.
He's the only one that doesn't make fun of me.
But no, when I was in the Army, we went off post to check out a local Safeway in California. And this guy that I was with, forget his name, I think Martinez, he's like, yo, man, you got to try this. Safeway has like amazing Chinese food. I'm like, it's a grocery store. He's like, no, dude, come on. So I went in there with him, and I found they had this whole section for deli, and then next to it was this Chinese food, real Chinese food. And we took it to go and went home, and like, General Tso's chicken, what is this? I prefer lemon chicken or sweet and sour. He goes, no, man, you got to try this. So I did. And I won't eat anything else at a Chinese restaurant. That's all I want. I like spicy, sweet, and a hint of sour.
Just like a syphilis.
Yeah.
Just like I like my women.
They all say bye to Keith, but not me. Oh, I'm still here. That's why.
Oh shit, you are, aren't you?
We try to say bye to you. You just don't leave.
I still want to have a show where we pretend like I have you guys trapped, and I just leave. And you guys just keep talking.
We
How do we
forgot to
get
do
out
the-
of here?
We forgot to do the baby icon for Keith.
Oh, we did.
He does this thing that just cracks me up when we're in private chat. Like, we were talking to Mikey Sutton last night. And anybody who doesn't know who he is, it's geekositymag.com. It is the best scoop site you will ever have. He's a true insider. I trust Mikey Sutton more than anybody.
The hell?
And he has proven other people claiming to be scoop guys wrong many times. And he's never been wrong as far as I know. He's never been wrong about one of his scoops. And, oh, you got to go, Tim?
Oh, bye, Tim.
I think
see you later, buddy.
I think we're wrapping up because we're getting to the end, anyways.
Yeah, well, we're just over 2 hours, and that'd be fine. But
Oh, Gary,
anyway.
I just found some things out here.
What?
I found some stuff out about Morgan Freeman. Hold on.
Oh God! Please
Yeah.
not be bad news.
Oh no. Morgan Freeman cannot be cloned because that would require unicorn tears. Morgan Freeman
That
doesn't
is
have
a
sex.
terrible,
A baby
terrible.
simply appears
No,
in a
stop.
fetus.
You don't even sound black.
Hashtag cancel T-shirt.
That is not a good impression. No.
Dave,
No,
because his
that
voice
bad
turns him into
t-shirt.
bars of gold.
Oh my
Bad
God!
t-shirt.
Stop, dude. You sound like someone narrating Willy Wonka.
You're fired, T-shirt.
I'm sorry, but you're fired.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Tim is only
You're
saying
really
it to.
fired now.
I'm saying bye to you because you wanted it. Gotcha, buddy. Thanks for being
Did
there
you
with
want
Tim.
it?
Thanks for
You know, when I
being
first
my
read his name,
friend.
I thought his name was Tim Tingle. I'm like, what? Oh, it's
Tringle.
Tringle. And that's what I said.
Tringle.
I went, oh, it's Tringle. Because, like, in my head, I have, like, it's kind of like dyslexia. I can weird
And
out
he's
words.
a junior, so you know.
Is
Thanks
that
for
a
that
slight
t-shirt.
against
Vincent
juniors?
Price?
I don't know what that is, T-shirt. Fuck off.
He's a racist against juniors.
Hey, what hat are you wearing there? Superman. Awesome. Awesome hat.
He
No, it
always
says
wears that
super
one.
ginger. It says super ginger.
It's just a beard.
I'm a ginger.
It's just facial hair. No shit.
What's wrong with gingers, man?
You're disrespecting me because I'm a ginger. No, we're
No, but
disrespecting
no.
you because
It's
we
half
like
a
just
ginger,
doing
that's
it.
But he's pointing at it, going, "It's
only
just a
half.
beard." We already can see that it's just a beard. It's not going to change the fact.
Who sounds like a straight Vincent Price?
Me.
Oh, you.
Straight Vincent Price.
Oh, you could do that. You could do a good Vincent Price.
evening.
Everyone does.
What
that
is
with my
everyone's
name.
best impression? That's what I
Go
wanna
fuck
know.
yourself. I just did Gerry.
Yeah. Hey, I just checked my pocket there, Steven, and it's still full of go fuck yourselves.
Hey, I just got back my tax return. It says I owe the government a whole bunch of not fucking off.
Womp womp womp.
I fucked it up. I've been drinking all night. Leave me alone, man. I needed it.
God love you, son. God love you.
Oh, there have to be Lucky Charms. I swear to God.
Oh my god.
You know, you can do many things in this life, but I tell you what,
If
you
he's
fuck
doing
one
murder-
goat and that's all
You
they
sound like a
remember you for.
Pakistani. You don't sound like Irish.
he's like, he fucked me goat. I swear.
I've got a
You
friend
kicked me
from
dog on the
Scotland.
lawn.
I've got a friend from Scotland who absolutely hates anybody who tries to do Scottish, and he'll say that he'll because he calls me Gerry. He's the only person allowed to call me Gerry. And
Because you
he'll-
fuck up the way you spell your
and
name.
he'll say he calls me Gerry, and he says, Gerry, I fucking hate it when you guys do your Pakistani accents. You don't sound Scottish, and I'm like, fine, I don't care.
You sound Irish when you do it.
No, I do an Irish accent because I lived over there, and I picked up all three of the dialects in the area where
It's like
I was living.
Father
and staying.
McClanahan over here.
Because like further north of us towards Derry, it was like, which is where my family is from, Derry, Ireland, and they talk like this, you know. It's like, how you doing, doll? That's good. Oh
Are
yeah.
we still able to ship you back?
Oh, in the back of your throat.
No,
Not to be
because it was
fucking charms.
2 generations
Yeah.
separated. So I don't-
delicious.
Yeah.
drinking is supposed to make you funnier, Tim says.
Oh, I'm sorry, but but sobriety makes you have less of a sense of humor.
Yeah, and then of course, you know, the further south you go in Ireland, the more you get like Barry Fitzgerald Irish accents. It's more of a brogue, and you'll get someone who goes up there and says, "Oh, it's been a beautiful day today. Good Lord, did you see that?" And my priest is from Dublin, my godfather, and he would go, "Gary, I'll see you around the church around 3:30, okay?" And I said, "Why do you say 3:30?" He says, "I didn't say 3:30. I said, "You just said it again." He goes, "No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Stop being an idiot."
Oh, next time you talk, you be like this, Gary. Next time after you do the South Park thing, oh, hey, do you have Tree Fitty? I'm looking for Tree Fitty.
That's like one of my favorite episodes with the Loch Ness Monster. That was great.
Like the
And
farther out you went
Jedi
down,
seems to like my Irish brogues.
the more,
But those are the three that I can do. I don't. There's a Western brogue that I just can't get. And the further north you go, the more it becomes like a Liverpool accent, and it's just it throws me off.
They
Everyone
also
so I
end up
can't-
having a lot of Scandinavian slang. Like
Where?
Cook.
yeah,
Where?
well they'll like use. I think it's the number 4 that they'll use to say about kids, like a group of
Oh.
kids. It's weird.
Okay.
Okay.
The best one I could do is Sergeant Dokes.
Is it really though?
From Dexter. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Eat some pies, motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I'd like some fries, motherfucker.
It's dead on. Go look up the clip. That is.
I'm supposed to eat it.
No, I've heard
I'm
it.
not supposed to fuck it.
You know, once again, it was a fun episode tonight.
Yeah,
Lake Minnetonka.
You didn't even send me a link. So
My stepdaughter about died when she learned this year about Lake Titicaca.
But
It's in Mexico.
But Francine, aren't you
She's
in the
doing
same
a lot
group?
better tonight.
Okay.
I went and
I am,
I
but I've been busy today. I'm just messing.
Yeah,
with
but the
Gerry.
StreamYard link is in there, so I don't know how you didn't.
Yeah,
stick
I
the
know.
link.
I was just messing.
Oh shit!
But my stepdaughter is doing a lot better today. She was in the ER last night.
Lesbian.
I went and spoiled her today and went and got her pudding and Jello and got her Gatorade. And she's been up and down, moving around. She's a lot better. I'm glad.
Oh, I'm glad
Thanks
she's
for asking,
better.
T-shirt.
I'm glad.
That was me.
Oh, is it you, Yeti?
Yes, that
Do we
was
sound
me.
alike?
Oh,
both sound
because I
like you're full
saw
of shit.
on my screen it was T-shirt's thing that lit up. So I thought it was him.
No.
You've
Yeah, but who's
disappointed
Yeti?
him for the
So-
last time, Gary.
I don't sound like I've got a
Thank you,
dick in my
Yeti.
mouth when I talk. That's
Neither do
T-shirt.
I.
Like you just swallowed it.
The only time I've ever heard you sound like you've got a dick in your mouth is when you've actually had a dick in your mouth.
Ooh.
Was it your dick though, Gary? How do you know that it sounds
Oh.
like?
I wish. Man, that would be a long ass dick from Missouri to
Guys are like-
Canada.
You told me you wouldn't tell anyone about our private time.
Oh
I'm
shit!
gonna have to go check out
Justin-
Naked Chick.
Oh.
No, you had the
After this
perfect
conversation.
transition, dude. You had the perfect transition. Speaking of dudes who has dicks in their mouths, Justin Proper. But no, you didn't even do that. You didn't even bother. You didn't even try.
I looked
His
down and I'm
wits
like,
aren't
oh my
very
god,
high.
Justin's in the fucking room. I didn't even hear you pop in.
Wait. Does anyone else speak dick and mouthese? I can't understand a word that man's saying.
I love that fucking photo you got right now.
Thank you so much, Fat Steven Seagal, for those.
You're welcome, Justin of Proper.
How you guys doing? What's going on?
What happened?
Not
bro?
too much, buddy. Glad you jumped in because we've like listened to. Well, I listen to more than I watch whatever because
Masturbate too.
I spend a lot of because I'm doing masturbation, watching porn, and nothing interrupts my porn. No, it's like
Justin monologues.
all the stuff that I listen to, like all the shows, Midnight's Edge, everything is on my right screen coming through the speaker while I'm working on this screen. This is the screen that I draw on and do all my artwork, and because I do digital art for a living.
He's surprisingly adept at using technology for a boomer.
He
A
thinks
baby
now-
boomer or like a regular boomer?
That's
I
a
have had to
boomer.
explain shit to my daughter, so yeah, I'm a tech guy. I worked in IT, and
I mean,
we're
talking
phones
about like
confuse me. I don't understand phones.
like
but
what are you talking about? Are you talking about like you talk about your kid? Like, is it like a 5-year-old kid, or is it like? Are you talking about
no,
like
she's in her 20s now.
like
None of my
okay,
kids are
like
5.
okay, like a kid in their 20s? You know, like I've been around technology more than you. Like you're one of these millennials. Like what you should know better than this. You know, like
He's a Battlestar
you should be knowing these things more than I do. You know, like I'm disappointed in you not being caught up with the times. Isn't that embarrassing? No, like
Yeah.
I if I was if I what what was I talking to?
Please
I'm sorry.
continue your rant.
All I was
What
gonna say, if I had a kid, who was supposed to be more caught up with technology than I am, I would roast the shit.
No, I actually give her shit over stuff. It's like, come on. And it's pretty funny because like my daughter, like, I'm going to out her right here. She'll smoke weed right in front of me while we're on video chat. And I get so irritated with her when she does that shit. She's in her 20s now. And it's like, you got to deal with it, Dad. And it's like, no, I don't. I'm still your fucking father. And it annoys me. It annoys me when you do that. You save it to right in the middle of me talking with you and you do that. And she just laughs. She just laughs at me now.
He's actually just pissed because she didn't offer him any.
I don't.
All right, we're getting off topic here, Justin. What happened?
What
that you had
fucking
developed?
topic?
What topic? No,
fucking
I was
topic?
very interested in this. You know, I have the same kind of relationship with my father. You know, he's just like, you know, hey, you know, why the fuck are you smoking weed? You know, on FaceTime with me, dude. Like, what's wrong with you? You fucking douchebag. Like, he'll say
Does he
this
do
word
that?
for
Oh
word.
my god!
Yeah,
That
it's
is
like,
awesome.
what the hell's wrong with you? And why did you share some with me? Like,
I would have been like, you're right. I should have done
He's more
heroin.
jealous than anything.
See, I did this once with one of my relatives. Is we use the Skype, right? And they won't, because they live in Alberta now. So what I did is I pulled out a lighter and a spoon, and I started playing that joke, and they're like looking at the camera. They're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, it's heroin hour. Didn't you know? It's what everyone does on Skype."
Steve, you gotta remember though that most of us are Americans and we don't know the difference between Alberta and any other part of Canada. It's all like one
Is
big
he still
white.
talking?
How do you not know the differences? I mean, they have 3 major metropolitan areas all along the border, and the rest is rural.
Oh, I'm sorry. All I heard was
There's a
maple
word
syrup,
I hate.
Maple syrup.
I hate the word rural because it's
Well,
so hard
I
to say
live in
correctly.
Oh
It's
my
what?
god!
The word rural is a hard word to
Rural.
say.
Rural.
To say it correctly, it's rural. And it just sounds like
Rural.
you have like a speech impediment when people say it to me.
Sounds like you're trying to be Scooby.
I live rural.
Rural.
I live out in the rural area.
How are you not
and I
jumping
like
on
to
this,
go
Justin?
ruin.
Because I have nothing else to say. You know, as I guess this is why you invited me on the stream. You know, just it reminds me of of one of my favorite Chevy Chase quotes. "You're not funny. You're okay." Like with that infamous voicemail to Dan Harmon. If people don't know who that is, you know, it's fine. But if people don't know what I'm talking about,
I know what you're talking about.
It's hilarious, and I think that's you know what you got from it. I didn't hear your response, but yeah. Hey, I'm here now, so
Hey,
you're okay.
Well, Stephen was saying, you know, we're all curious. Do you want to talk about it? What happened? What was brought up in the chat, or no?
I don't even know what was brought up in the chat. I was just saying you're okay. That was all I had said.
Well, somebody said that you bailed out from something.
I saw what happened on your other channel, man. Good for you for dipping out.
About what?
I don't know. That's just all the chat said.
Yeah, that's what we were wondering because it was in the chat and thought, oh, this might be something you want to talk about. But if it's not even memorable,
Halogen Helix had said, "Hey, okay. I saw what happened on that other channel, man. Good for you for dipping out." Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
This is a great story.
It's I don't really care. Like, it's, you know, you show up on a channel, and you know, this was specifically you know, I don't really give a shit. It's not something I really care about. But if you really want to know, if you guys really want to know, it was on Mad Max's channel, and this is the kind of thing that I get in trouble with because I'm a little bit too transparent. You know, I just tell the truth, you know, as much as I can. I try to get along with a lot of people, which bites me in the ass sometimes. But you know, I was on Mad Max's channel. And I was on there after the whole Snyder Cut thing happened with Zack Snyder and Geeks and Gamers. I'm like, you know what? You know, I was on the same page as you guys were with like, oh my God, Jeremy, like, why are you making a big deal out of this? Stop it. No, this is bad. Like, don't make this don't make a big hissy fit out of this. But I didn't consider and I explained this very well. I explained that I did not consider, while I was saying, like, you know, complaining about how, Jeremy of Geeks and Gamers is screwing this up, I didn't consider Jeremy as a friend of mine, how he feels about this whole situation. I did not even take that into consideration. So I heard him out, unlike a lot of other people did. And it went well for a long time. And then, well, I mean, things just got out of hand, and it just got too much of, them trying to like kept pestering me because I was the only person, who's, I guess, quote unquote, affiliated with Geeksy Gamers. Really, I'm just on the Park Hobbin channel. By the way, the newest video features me, so you can check that out. So,
all right, there you go.
So, I mean, that's all. I really am affiliated with channel-wise, but in terms of relationships and friendships, I've known these guys for a long time. So it's one of the things where I'm trying to give a perspective that other people are not really considering, and it is twisted in a way where I'm just blindly defending them, which I'm really not, because I'm not trying to defend anyone. I'm just trying to say that, you need to consider this from a different point of view, which, we're as hardline as the other side is, quote unquote. It is what it is. There is tribalism going on. There are fractions going on. And in a way, we're kind of in the situation, whether we like it or not, in this, I guess it feels like a new Hollywood, where all these different studios who are doing their own thing. And I'm just like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? This is fucking YouTube. Why is there YouTube drama? It's the fucking silliest thing that I've ever heard in my life.
People feed off of it.
Yeah, they want to feed off of it, but and I see that and I get why, but what are we here for? Are we here to feed off our own egos, or are we here to entertain an audience? And I think that is something that I think a lot of people are forgetting, is that they need to have an audience. They need to have people who enjoy these streams, who enjoy different commentaries, that isn't just one side attacking the other, blah, blah, blah. I mean, certainly there's always going to be an audience for that. But at the end of the day, your audience is yours. Don't always try to just be an echo chamber. I know YouTube is very, it's one of those systems, and we all suffer from it.
It's very
they want to,
polarizing.
it's polarizing, but they want to pigeonhole you into a specific subject.
This is you. This is what you are to us, and this is the only thing you are. Yeah, I get it.
But that's the only thing that they promote.
It's not just this, though. It's the fact that we have people out there that want to maintain their audience. They want to have their channel grow. They are entertainers, but then they have people who will go out of their way when the jealousy streak hits, and they will try to cause more drama.
Yeah, there's one person that we've talked about that does this.
No,
attacks other YouTubers. And I don't like
but
that.
It's not even that in general. It's a whole thing, though. It's like we're here to entertain. We're all in the same community. Yeah, channels are going to rise faster than others, but that shouldn't negate your drive to keep pushing your channel. But if you have to go down a drama route, you have to be prepared that drama comes full circle. It's like karma. The more you report, the more people are going to try to report about the person reporting it. It has a double-edged sword. So either entertain, you can add drama, but don't focus on it, because that's not the story. The story is to entertain the chat. They come to you because they want to get away from mainstream media and TV, because they like the interaction between the people in the show and the people in the chat, because it's doing it both ways. TV doesn't offer that. And lately it's become the G&G thing. I don't give a fuck about. It was handled properly in my eyes, but people want to stir the drama because they need to feed off it, because they want to see divisive crap happen. They can't get on with their life without causing more.
Well, and we know that I got into the hot seat last week.
It's being a dead horse.
Oh, did you? I actually didn't hear about this, so please.
That got his attention.
I have a rule. I don't fucking interact with negative people, pervasively negative people. If they're snotty to me, I get snarky back. But what happened was I woke up and I was still in bed. I was sitting on the edge of the bed, picked up my phone, and I see Jeremy is under attack. And Geeks and Gamers was like one of the first channels I started watching. And I got really kind of pissed about it. And I said something really I shouldn't have said. And it's not wrong what I said, but the way I said it was really wrong. And
the good old.
Please don't say it. Please don't say it. No, don't say it. It's just.
All right, because it's your channel. I won't.
Yeah, it's just I really got mad at myself, and I took the heat for it. I don't really care. I don't, and that was the thing that really kind of killed it was, I don't care. I'm not going to react to your shit. You know, people that got shitty with me, I got snarky back, made fun of them, and made fun of their low IQs because they're stupid in how they wrote things. I'm like, do you even know how to put a letter together or criticize another human being? I don't think you do. So I felt bad, and it's like, you know, why did I do that? Because I took a chance of hurting Keith and of course my panelists here by doing that. And it's like, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do that again. I don't get stupid in public very often. I really don't. You guys can make jokes all you fucking want to about it. I really don't. I don't ever step in it. I watch that shit because I don't ever want to hurt anybody else ever.
Holy shit. Oh, side note though, Gary, thanks to you guys, the panel that was actually included, it's at 1.1K view now. Our reaction for that interview.
Oh, that's cool. I'm really glad you guys you did that.
No, we all did that because everyone has a different point of view, so everyone deserves a thank you there.
YouTube was never so wonderful as right after the season finale of The Mandalorian. There was happiness everywhere, and I missed those 3 days.
Yeah,
Yeah. Who's typing with their keyboard? I think that's Steven or Yeti.
I'm not even typing. I'm holding a vape in one hand, and I have my hand on the mouse.
Then it's Yeti.
I'm
Yeti.
touching my penis right now, so it's not me.
If
You
your
have a
penis
loud
sounds
penis. That's
if your
really
penis-
bad.
When don't
you
you,
have a-
do that, Yeti?
He has
You
a
need to get
mechanical.
that
Wait,
shit checked.
wait, he has a mechanical penis, really? So you can't get it up without support? Is that what you're saying right now?
Concealed culture, honey?
No, I just need a little bit of oil.
That's my wife. Justin, that's my wife that just wrote that. She meant cancel culture. She got attacked a year ago.
Oh wow! Is
She
it
got
the person that you just highlighted?
That's my wife.
Hey,
She's very nice. She makes really
She
good.
very much looks like a nice lady, and
is.
you're a very lucky man.
I consider, and she's got amazing kids. I like her kids, but most of all, we got an amazing dog. We got one of those little tiny fucking dogs. I never thought I would like a small dog. I'm always been a big.
Were you one of those? You one of those people who grew up with like big German shepherds or some
German shepherds, Rotties, and short-haired dogs, boxers, and then all of a sudden I meet this little fucking dog, and that dog just stole my heart, and I'm like, oh no, I'm in love with a dog.
Oh
I'm
no,
like,
no! It's one of those things where like you're in love with a rat dog.
Yeah, it's a rat dog.
Dogs,
Yeah.
But then
We
you
call
have
her-
To understand, you have to understand that all dogs are like they are man's best friend for a reason, and all dogs are the same. Whether or not they look. Yeah, it doesn't matter what they look like. It could be a freaking poodle or a chihuahua. It's just like one of those snooty rich people dogs. They're still dogs.
Except for pugs. Those are an abomination.
All right, here you go.
Oh, shut up.
Here you go. This is my baby right here. I'm going to share this screen as soon as it lets me.
Yeti,
proper
I'm
looking
gonna
at
let
his
you know,
balls?
man. I've had 4 pugs before.
That was her first, I think, second day. That was her first day. That was me reaching down when I met her for the very first time. And she was only a few weeks old. And then she got through this spurt where her legs got long and her body was like this little stubby thing. And she looked so freakish. And but that's her with me. I fucking love this dog.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh my God, stop embarrassing me, Dad."
And that was her right around Christmas. She got a hair trim. And
Oh.
that's her sitting next to me 2 days ago. I got her a little donut thing, and she loves sleeping in it every once
Oh,
in
that's
a
a
while.
donut. I thought she like grew a really long tail. I was getting really concerned.
It's
Sometimes-
made with stuffed
Like,
tribble.
when the hell did your dog become a goddamn porcupine?
She is just, and she communicates. She talks to us physically. She says things to us.
Verbally?
to let us know. She does verbalize. She does this thing where she goes like a Wookiee. And it's like, that is her saying, I fucking like what you're doing right now. I really like it. And she has a sex toy. It is a
Oh no.
it is a big fucking fake husky, stuffed husky. And I fucked with her one day and I started loving on it, going,
What?
oh, what a good doggy. What? Oh, and I'm loving it. She got so angry, she grabbed that thing and started humping the hell out of it. It was hilarious.
What the
She's an
big
alpha.
dog?
She's an alpha female.
All right.
What?
Okay, you know what my favorite part of this whole
dog.
thing is? Like when we're
I may have
backstage.
misinterpreted that, but
She has
whatever.
stuffed animals she plays with and tears them up. And one of them is that big husky. But after I did that petting on that fake husky, she now just dominates it.
You know,
and it's
my
funny.
favorite-
She'll scoot across the floor. I'll turn and look, and I'll just see her scooting across the floor with this husky.
my favorite part about these chats is out here. It's so much more silly than it gets backstage. Like when we're backstage, history and all these different subjects end up coming up, and it's so much more intellectual than, you know, a dog humping a toy.
Well, let's just talking about dogs. Dogs do funny shit.
I know. It's just
I don't
funny.
think anybody would be interested in it. We started talking history, so
No, we kill everybody the minute we talk history. So I'm not going to do that. But
I was into it.
I love talking about dogs in general. Dogs are just so amazing.
dogs are the best.
You
They
know?
co-evolved with humans.
Yes, they did.
There's a reason, like, why we're so wired, and they're so wired in return to respond.
I'm doxing myself, Gary. Anybody who knows me on Twitter knows my Facebook handle. I dox. I don't give a shit. My wife once said, people who want to dox you really should be careful because you are very dangerous. I said, yeah, I know. They don't know how dangerous a person I am. It's like, really don't. Here she goes. Here's one day I put water on a stuffed dog and had a daughter picked it up. She freaks out about the toy being wet. Why is it wet? I showed her the video of the dog humping it. It's wet because she salivates. She drools on the dog. It's not something else.
Sure.
This is the point where a new subscriber walks into the room and says, nope, and leaves quietly. That's funny. Your Facebook name.
Yeah, you did.
Assuming, what, mine?
Yeah, when you showed the picture.
My real name is on Twitter, too.
Yeah, I know. Six doesn't know that.
I don't fucking care. I really don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't. You amuse yourself in strange ways. It's very true. Yeah. All right, we got them all. There we are. We're all caught up. But Justin, did you have anything else to add about pets?
About pets in particular.
Dogs. You know.
He prefers when it's heavy petting.
I've shut up. By the way, thank you, Yeti, for appearing on the stream today. You piece of shit. That's it. I'm sorry, you have Canadian stuff to do. I'm sorry if your channel is. You're so big. You're so big. You can't even bother to shut.
Oh,
his head has become so huge with this popularity that he's got.
They're always too busy doing things about town.
He was too busy opening up at Tim Hortons.
He's too busy working his
He had
coffee
to go
job.
out in the boot and get him some donuts, eh?
Go to have me some Tim Hortons and some maple syrup.
Are we going to spend the next 20 minutes?
What
with
area
jokes?
do you live in, Justin? Because you have a very distinct accent.
What a distinct action. What?
Yeah, when you were talking
talking
earlier,
really?
I picked up
That
a distinct accent.
Where do you think it's from?
Yeah, I'm not going to say.
I know where he's from.
Where? No. I want to know what the accent is from.
Oh my!
It's the way you talk.
It's just.
I'm not going to take a guess.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to say where I live.
No, don't tell me where you live. The region or state.
Well, I am from Columbus, Ohio.
That's interesting. You would get along with Keith very well because he is also from Ohio and is very proud of it.
So
But he sounds nothing like you.
Who's Keith?
Keith is our token black
He's
guy.
my partner.
Oh,
He's my partner, and yes, he's black. And he left just
Yes.
before you jumped in.
I'm sure he would love you referring to him as your wife.
oh,
I did.
You mentioned that he was your partner, so
Yeah, he's my partner on the show. We do the show together.
It went over his
No.
head. He's a
Womp,
boomer.
womp,
I'm so freaking frustrated.
Why are you frustrated, Justin?
Oh my god, it was a joke!
Just rub one out. You'll feel better. Just
You
pee
know
with
what,
the door
Justin?
open. You know.
I mean, it's what
okay.
it's what
I
Steven
live
does.
by myself. What else do I do? Like, what am I gonna shut it? Be afraid that the ghost that lives in my apartment is gonna spy on me? I don't know. Fuck it. Who cares?
Let your true
you're
feelings
still,
down,
you're,
Justin.
That's
you're still
Keith.
I would love to meet him. What part of Ohio is he from?
God damn it, I forget. I don't remember.
At least vegan sex or vegan sex.
Vegan sex. Sounds like a good time.
It's actually Jedi 6. She changed it to take a jab at me because I was making fun of vegans earlier.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah, Keith is racist.
What part of Ohio is he from? North Dakota? What the fuck is in North Dakota? I've never been there before in my life.
You're so big.
You're so.
The fuck did you just call me? She is awesome. I didn't realize she had a good sense of humor, and I said something, and then she acted all like put out by it, and then I'm like, I was just kidding, and she's like, decided to just turn right around and fuck with me, and it's like, oh, okay, it's on. Okay, that's our relationship.
I gotta give Six credit though. She has been in my chat and she's been very supportive. I made her a mod. She is great. She's
She's
very
a mod
good.
here too.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate her just as much as I appreciate Proper.
All of
has
you
been
are
a
made
very
mods.
Endearing gentleman.
She's very kind, very funny, and I make everybody that's on my show a mod on our channel so they can always promote themselves. It's not to just actually be a mod. I want to make sure that you can share your links in the chat.
Oh.
And because I think it's only fair to do that when I'm having you guys on the show. And I think that ended with.
I can share with you.
Oh,
You know what? You share
You don't
porn.
wanna see her
I swear to God, Greg, I will love you forever. Share porn.
I hate to sound like
Except
a-
RedTube. I hate RedTube.
But,
Nah,
but
I
can we
can't.
wrap up?
No, I really want to go too. I'm hungry. And
too.
I'm a
think
fat
we
guy
all-
wasting away, but we only had Justin Proper on for a little bit, and I wanted to make sure we gave him some time to enjoy himself.
Well, we can invite him as a guest in another show. Like we want to set
I
him up
don't
for
really
a
want to do
TGIF.
that.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
want to do that. No,
no.
I'm just
I
kidding.
don't like him that much.
Thank you. I would appreciate that. I'm a busy man with a busy, important.
Well, we really should get you on.
Streams to bail out with. Yeah.
Especially if you've got something that you're wanting to promote. I definitely want to. I always want to support all of our friends to make sure that they get a chance to promote on our channels. And I think by doing that,
wait. Proper. Do you have the Cobra Kai game yet? And have you ever thought about doing a live stream of the Cobra Kai game?
Oh my God.
Tom, at least?
Please say yes.
I have seen the gameplay from Cobra Kai Theory. I would absolutely love to. It's just I don't think it's available on PC or on Steam or anything. I gotta buy a.
I couldn't find it on Steam.
Now?
I couldn't find it. When?
Oh, yeah, that's.
I just lurked last week for it.
Oh, wait. If you have a
It's
wait,
on
hold
there.
on, hold on a second. If you guys have a Windows PC, you automatically have Xbox Live. If it's on Xbox Live, just buy it through there, and you can play it with your controller on your computer.
I don't have a
It's on
damn
Steam.
Xbox.
Xbox Live
You
is
play
the
it on
game
the PC.
service.
Yeah.
You can play it on the PC.
I'm not gonna pay for Xbox Live, dude.
Okay, if you've never paid for it before, it's $1 for 1 month. If you're a first-time subscriber, yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking long term. No thanks. I know what Xbox Live costs. No.
You pay $1 for 1 month and cancel the subscription. You pay $1 for a month of their service. I don't understand what's. I'm not trying to entrap you. I don't work for Microsoft.
That
Justin.
sounds like we got some conflict.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for the short term, dude. If
Okay,
I'm going
well,
to get a
yelling at
game,
me.
I want a game and I want to own it, like the old days. You know, like
Okay.
when you
Jeez,
buy
I'm
when you
just
buy a
trying.
game, you fucking own it. and that's it. Not like you have to buy.
All right,
I actually
all
understand
right,
that.
all right, Justin, it's on Steam. Here's the link. Jesus, trying to help the guy out. There you go.
Oh, Matt Vader is here,
And
oh,
and you
my
can
God.
save it
where's
50%,
Matt?
and it's 50% off right now on Steam.
Matt, I'm going to be in Vegas soon.
Run, Vader, run.
Wow, wow.
I'm gonna be around.
Don't mention
Hope to
Xbox
see you
Live, Matt.
again. I've seen him. I've met him in person. He's a good guy. Well, he
I love
was.
Matt. I love
but
Matt. He's
Matt is,
hilarious.
I think, Matt and I have known each other. I mean, we've known each other longer than either of us have known any of you. We've spent a lot of time together, and it was so great seeing you in Vegas. And I hope to see you again in Vegas. Yeah, I'll be there in May. So you better be there too. Well, I mean, you live there, so.
Watch him go on vacation.
Yeah, I know.
He's just
I'm
like,
in
"Oh,
Miami.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna be in Los Angeles for a meeting. Bye." And just stay at home.
Hey, if we weren't ending the show right now, Matt, I'd fucking get you on here.
I think you'd be at work.
What I love
This is
about
probably
him
like-
is he is such an introvert, but man, when he lets loose, he is so funny.
Yes.
I enjoy the crap out of him. But
the thing is, he has a life outside of YouTube. That's what people don't understand. Like he has a little side of him that's a little salty and kind of experience. That's why he's on the Salty Nerd podcast.
Oh, I get you. Hey, Matt, no. I didn't want to do that, but we want to get you back on here because you're part of our panel. Don't forget that. That's why you're in our private chats and why we share all that gay porn with you.
Wait a minute, Justin Proper, your Salty Nerd podcast?
What?
Your Salty Nerd podcast?
No, I am not a part of the Salty Nerd podcast. I know Matt Vader, and I've actually met Matt and Matthew Kadish and Jude before. Congratulations on them getting engaged. It's been a long time coming. And I met Alex. I met all of them before. Matthew Kadish, here's a fun story about him. He took me to a barbecue restaurant, and that was very nice of him to do that. He didn't have to. There was a big Fandom Menace meetup where Gerry and Nerdrotic and
Beekler. Gary Beekler.
Yeah, Gerry Beekler.
The
Jeff
other
Hicks.
Gary.
Is there another Gary here?
The better Gerry.
I thought your name was Jerry. That's not how you spell Gary.
It's the original way you spell it. It is. That is the original spelling.
That's so Irish.
I love when people call it
Very Irish.
Right. I gotta go. We're going for 3 hours now, and I've been drinking all night. So,
all right, buddy. Have a good night, Steven.
I just ran out.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this shit up.
But if I may, just right before Steven, you can go.
You may leave, he says.
Sorry,
you all dismissed. Go ahead, dude. Let's get this going, Justin, so I can play our outro.
Okay. A fun story about Matthew Kadish. After we had a big Fandom Menace meetup in Las Vegas for the Star Trek convention that happened in 2019. The next day, we went out to lunch together. We had a good time. We had a conversation, and I felt like I was like the dumbest person on earth talking to Matthew Kadish because he's so intelligent. He knows exactly what he's talking about. And I'm like, I feel like an idiot talking to you. I'm like, I don't deserve, I don't have the same intellect as you do. And this feels like an unfair conversation. I'm just like, I feel like I'm wasting your time. But he's a good person, and he has a very good sense of humor, which a lot of, when you don't know somebody that well, it can be a little, there could be some barriers up there. So that might've been the case, but that was all broken because what happened was I was trying to drive back I lived in LA at the time, driving from Las Vegas to LA, and I started on the road, and my tires were very wonky. You got that feeling when some of your tires are not working that well. your wheel kind of shakes, and you're like, okay, something's wrong. And I'm like, oh, maybe it's because I need an oil change. I go there, and the guy's like, okay, you might need an oil change, but what about those big holes that are in your tires? And I'm like, oh, that might be kind of a thing to check out. And what's funny is I recently went to the Discount Tires, and they had discovered like there was nothing wrong. They just inflated them for free. And so I went back and I was like, guys, you fucked up. You know, there are big holes in my tires. Like, what the fuck is up? And so I get that taken care of. And then Matthew Kadish is so kind to invite me to his house. He like takes me to his house, and, you know, we watch Detective Pikachu together. You know, we have a good time. You know, he's very welcoming.
He even gives a reach around.
No. I'm being. This is the kind of person that he is. You know, I call him and say, like, dude, it's either I like stay here for like 5 hours in the freaking dead of July heat, like in Las Vegas. You know, like, can you pick me up for a couple hours? And he's like, sure, no big deal. And man, that shows you the kind of person that he is. You know, he's not going to be the kind of person who says it. But as you know, more stories comes out, you know, like this is the kind of thing that he's going to be remembered by, you know, because he's such a great freaking dude. He really is, and that's all I have to say. He's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm sorry if I bored everybody, but
they're fantastic people.
He really is, and that's all I was trying to say. I've told the story many times, but I don't think I told it the best here because, you know, everyone's like trying to go to sleep. And
when's the wedding?
Well, I don't know when he and Jude's wedding is, but you know, I'm sure it's going to be a great ceremony.
Can you read Matt's comment?
He really is a super generous dude. Built us a studio in his dining room. Yep, that's where they do the Salty Nerd podcast.
Yeah.
And they have a life-size statue of Batman, which is amazing.
I would fucking kill for that. All right, guys. Hey, Justin, I want to thank you for showing up. And hold on, Greg. I really want to end the show. I want to end it so badly.
With the flag thing, does that's not a Confederate flag?
No, it's not. It looks like it because of the colors.
What is
behind him?
Logo.
She's joking. She's yanking your chain.
I get it.
She's
Go ahead and
fucking with you.
I get it. I was
Greg, are you a redneck?
Trying to be funny too. I was trying to be funny too, but you're always a dick.
I know.
So.
Well, yeah,
I
Ryan
know, it's
Johnson
sad.
never lands his jokes. Like we've known that from the movies.
I'm going to subvert your expectations and say, "Fuck off."
Hey, before we go, I want to share this thought from Beetlejuice.
Whoa, SJWs. You hate them, right? I hate them myself.
And with our final outro, I want to say goodbye to the chat. Thank you so much for showing up tonight. And Justin, thanks for dropping in, man. I really appreciate it. Got to get you on when Keith's on here because I think you two would really click with the Holo Ohio thing. Buenas noches,
I'm
everyone.
from Ohio too.
And yeah, I know. Jeez, you're worse than T-shirt with the fucking Mexican stuff. Get up for fucking lawns. We're old people. Get up for lawns.
Goodbye, chocolate mousse. I'll never forget you. Goodbye, Ducroix. Take care of yourself. Goodbye, Deja Vu. I'll always remember you. And I'll miss you most of all, Scarecrow.